first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
All right, here we go, man. The fellas, they're a little tardy. They're gonna show up, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, I'm gonna hold it down until the fellas get here. Let me plug the joint right quick. Modern males saying women are the gatekeepers to sex is a loser's mindset. Okay, you can also substitute the word mindset for mentality. Again, modern males saying women are the gatekeepers to sex is a loser's mindset. Okay, we're going to break it down why it's a loser's mindset, right? We're going to get into that. What up, fam? What up, what up? All right, he
going down, man.
All right, everything is chill. Real quick, AJ Roman, hold on. Let me shout out some people that came up in here a little earlier. Uncle Guns was good, fam. Wicked Scorpion, I see you changed your name from Solid to Wicked. Shout out to you.
Wicked?
Okay, here we go. June Sports was good. Renee, incomparable, lovely Renee P. Shout out to you, baby girl. How you doing?
I never told you the number. Oh, shit.
This nigga Miles is having some technical difficulties and shit.
There we go. Oh, shit.
His camera needs an identity and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, CT was good. The Paul 95. There you go. Hey, get the soap. Get the soap. It's luxurious. You know what I'm saying? Especially in cold water. So for all you dudes that's sexually frustrated, take a cold shower with the soap. You know what I'm saying? And you can also pleasure yourself while you're in the shower. I'm just saying it's good for that too. It's good for the skin.
What type of show we starting this off?
So, Mr. Real True TV, Rob Marine. Hey, real quick, modern male saying women are the gatekeepers to sex is a loser's mentality. Before we get knee deep into this shit, y'all fellas got anything y'all want to plug? What's going on with you gentlemen?
Oh, all right. Okay. One.
Hold on. Where's it at? I'm trying to. You beat me to it, Negro. All right, hold on. Where's it at? I'm looking for it. God damn it, mouth, I can't find it.
What's that?
I know. I'm looking for the fucking link to the soap. Thought I had that shit ready.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Okay, Renee P. Girl, I'm gonna need you to get my bag. I'm slipping today.
Shout out to Renee P for having the brothers back. I wanted to tell everybody that so I started doing this thing on a masculine identity membership. Now it's only for people who are members, but I started doing this thing where once a month I have what's called the masculine identity meeting. So it's basically a monthly meeting for people who are on the membership where you could ask questions and we could chop up game in real time. And what I also do is I record these meetings and then I put the meetings right back into the masculine identity membership as bonus content. So you're basically getting 2 programs a month. So one program is a program that I'm gonna of course curate and create on myself, and then the other one is gonna be basically guys coming in asking questions, and then we spitting game, getting feedback, and so all of that is gonna be accessible to anybody that is on the membership. So shout out to everybody that's on the membership, and shout out to the cats that was at meeting number 1, which was super dope because the part that I love about it is that dudes actually was spitting game for other dudes on the membership based on shit they learned on the membership. So it was a real beautiful thing. It was a real beautiful thing. And those dudes know who they are. But I'm somebody asked a question, and then this other cat came in and was like, Miles, I got it. And then he was like, after I watched this video and that video, here's the answer to your question. And he just kind of just laid it all out. I was like, well, goddamn, like it's the membership is working. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to all the guys that's on the membership. Shout out to all the guys that maintain and stay on the membership, man, because that's what's necessary to keep these things going.
So that's the teacher's aid, and shout out because and what a lot of you guys don't know, and I'm not going to name any names, but there are guys
know who it is too. Kason know who it is.
So there are a lot of guys who are doing videos right now who used to be the student of someone, and they got their mind right. They found their masculine identity, right? They got to the point where they were self-assured men. They were comfortable in their own skin, and the light bulb went off. And now guys is doing their own thing. They out there making shit happen. So shout out to all those dudes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but make sure you give props to the ones in which helped you along that pathway, and the ones who taught you some stuff. Like I congratulate and encourage anybody to do something, but make sure you give props to the people that taught you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly, man.
And shout out to Anthony Coleman. He did mention a video that I dropped. The perception of inexperience is why you have trouble with women. Women perceive you to be inexperienced based on your behaviors and your actions. And I'm gonna tell you, outside of the women who will seek to manipulate you, the ones who don't want to manipulate you, those are the ones who just gonna drop you. Because no woman in her right mind wants to deal with an inexperienced man. Because if you're showing that you're inexperienced outside of the bedroom, oftentimes that translates to how you may be inside of the bedroom in most women's minds. So just understand. All right. So I got a video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I plug one more thing? Can I plug one more thing real quick? And so guys, if y'all want to check it out, there's a dope video with Anton Daniels and Mr. 1950 kind of having a debate on his channel. So if y'all want to go check that out on Anton Daniels. It's called I'll Fly You Out to Detroit. Anton Daniels, Mr. 1950 get into a heated debate about women and men.
There you go. Yeah, y'all check that out.
Hey, Zach, you mind if I tell a story real quick?
Yeah, bro, do your thing. You got it.
Okay. And only because it's fresh on my mind, and it happened this week, at work when I'm talking with a lot of the guys there. And this one guy was telling me about the events of his day and what happened. And so basically, he was working in his yard. He owns his own home and everything like that. So he was doing some work in his yard. And a lady called him up and said, "Hey, what's up? What you doing? Woody whoop." And he was like, "I'm kind of working in my yard." She was like, "Man, I really want to see you. I want to go out to dinner." He thought, all right, whatever. It's gonna give me some time. Let me get dressed. Let me clean up, take a shower and stuff, and get dressed. And where do you want to go? And so she told him where he wanted to go. He said, "All right, I'll meet you there." So he gets dressed. He does all that, and he drives there. Right now, he's about 5 minutes away, or he's pulling up, and he texts her, "Hey, I'm almost there." There's no response on the text. So he's sitting there, and then she says, "Oh, you know what? I got held up a little bit. Let's go to this other restaurant." Now, he's like, already a little bit, he's starting to get a little frustrated, right? Because you got a no response. Now you're getting some directions to go to a different restaurant. This restaurant, there's two different ones. There's one closer to his house, and there's one that's further away from his house. And normally when they go out to dinner, he says they kind of go to the one further away from his house. So he texts her, "Which one?" And there's no response. on which one. So he goes to the one that they normally go to. Now, in the midst of being there, he says, yo, I'm pulling up. And she goes, oh, he says, you mean this one that we normally go to? She goes, oh, no, the one that's closer to your house. At this moment, he's totally all the way frustrated. And he's like, that's okay. Like, look, you go do your thing. You know, I'm done. I'm done. And she's like, what? What's the matter? What's the matter? Now he's telling me this story and I'm listening. And initially the expression was being upset with her. And I had to kind of change it and just give him a little tidbit. Like, yeah, I've been through stuff like that before, but I was so upset with myself and not her. And I said, because I know for a fact that if I had took control of that whole moment, not only would I not have to leave my house, but if you were hungry, grab some food and come my way. And this is where I want you to grab the food at. And he sat and kind of thought about it and was like, yeah, you know, initially he was upset with her, but he got to the point where he could see like, yeah, if I had just did what I wanted to do, express what I wanted to express, and if she was with it or not, either way, his night turned out the same, right? He was running around and got so frustrated that he just called it all off. Or he could have been doing his yard work, accomplishing something he wanted to do. She called and say, hey, okay, nah, I'm doing something I really want to get finished. Why don't you come this way? You're hungry, grab the food from here. I'll see you in 20 or 45 or whatever it is. And still accomplish what he needed to accomplish. Now, if she says, no, that's okay. Well, he's better off because he gets something accomplished for his day that he wanted to do anyway. And it ended the same anyway. So,
you know, I'm glad you told that story. I'm gonna say this right quick. I remember there was one time in particular I was running around running some errands, and a young lady I had been dealing with briefly called me up and she wanted to see me, and I said, "Oh, it ain't gonna happen now. I'm in the middle of running some errands." She was like, "Can I come along?" You know what I'm saying? So even with that, if have women come to where you're at. Don't be running around trying to scramble and do shit to get to where the woman is at, or do things that you think she would want to do, or that you think that she would approve of. No. If a woman want to see you, she can come see you on your terms, or she can come join you, you know what I'm saying, where you're at, or whatever it is you're doing, she can partake in that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I got to do this video, man. So, real quick, let me say this. Gentlemen, let me plug the joint again. Modern males saying women are the gatekeepers to sex is a loser's mentality. Let me just show guys something right quick before I get into this. Where's that shit at? Okay. All right. This is what gatekeeper means. It's a person who controls access to something, or more abstractly, controls who is granted access to a category or a status. Having sex with a woman is not a status. Okay. It's I'm sorry, it's not a highlight of your life. It's not some achievement. It's not some lofty goal you set for yourself. And then once you said, yes, you can get this, you feel like you've achieved something and you feel all good about yourself. Sex isn't that serious. Okay, women, I know some of y'all don't like men saying that, but sex isn't that serious. Sex is only serious to guys, or sex is only valued by guys who, one, don't get it on a frequent basis, and or guys who just don't understand the value in themselves and the fact that hashtag dick is a gift. Because if you really believe
it's a gift,
there you go. If you really believe that, you would never say women are the gatekeepers of sex. Now, let me say this real quick. There's a thing called sexual autonomy. Okay? Women have sexual autonomy. Gentlemen, you might not know this. You also have sexual autonomy. Okay? Sexual autonomy means someone's prerogative to determine when, with whom, and under what circumstances they engage in sexual activity. To only engage in sexual activity to which they consent. Gentlemen, you have the power to do this as well. Okay? So although women are not the gatekeepers to a motherfucking thing, they do have sexual autonomy over their bodies. Okay? Gentlemen, you do too. The problem is a lot of you guys, you're not used to women wanting your dick. Okay? That's the reality of it. Women don't want your shit. You got to convince them to take your shit, right? You got to convince them to give you some pity pussy, which is why you think they're the gatekeepers to sex. But women, you're not the gatekeepers to sex. Men, they are not. We're going to break down this video and we're going to show you they are not. Gentlemen, y'all got something y'all want to add before we get into this shit?
Men are the closest thing to God. We provide structure and order. Therefore, we are the gatekeepers to all things. I really don't care what anybody has to say. You know, too many men just plainly forgot their value. And that's why guys like us are here to give men the opportunity to recognize and note. I use the word purposefully, recognize their value, meaning to understand, to re-understand, to relearn the value that you have. Because notice I said the man provides structure. We literally provide structure for sex to happen, because what is an erection? An erection is structure. Do you understand? An erection is literally, I can literally create it. You know,
dick is a gift.
We don't even realize how powerful and how magical, you know, the what we have is, because we literally activate it. And it's something on your body that could literally go from, you know, basic like to fluid, from fluid to solid. And then once we create the structure, then we penetrate. We penetrate the female. Therefore, we're the gatekeepers to sex. Do you understand? Because without that structure, sex doesn't happen. So I just wanted to say that.
I'm gonna just say this real quick. I'm gonna keep it real basic. Let's bring it down. When you say the gatekeeper to sex, and convincing to me is just another word for begging, right? Mm-hmm. So, gentlemen, if we really think about it, do you want to beg forever or find the ones that want you where there is no begging? And to me, there's no question about that. If somebody says, hey, we're going to be begging forever, and then another person says, hey, I could teach you that you ain't got to beg, which one is just more attractive to you? Which one kind of draws you to be like, you know what you mean I ain't got to beg for this? You know, to me, that one would have my ears open.
Go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this shit.
So you telling me the average chick got more options than Drake?
Yes.
Cap.
So I'll explain. Women hold the key to sex. No one can get that key unless she grants that key. Men don't have the key to sex. So they're not granting anything. They have to meet that standard to get the woman's key. So since a man has to meet a standard to get the woman's key, it's impossible to have more options when the other person has the key that can grant. So a big old fat 400-pound woman can literally sit at home with no accomplishments. She doesn't have to be competent. She doesn't have to have anything going on for her life, and she can swipe on Tinder all day, and she can have sex with 100+ men a day if she wanted to, because she holds the key to sex. I don't care what status man you is. If you Jesus doesn't have more sexual options than an average woman. It's impossible. And guess what? That's how Jesus made it.
So you telling me
Yo,
average chick?
Let me pause this. Okay, first of all, women, I keep hearing this word standard thrown around. Okay, gentlemen, women have dating preferences. Even when it comes down to who they have sex with, they prefer to have sex with that guy over that guy. That's not a standard. That's a preference. What he's doing is he looks at it as when men and women are equal, in a sense that if a man has to accomplish all these things to get sex, well, actually, he doesn't look at men and women as equal. He looks at women as above them, as above him. What I mean by that is he's saying he tried to correlate an obese woman sitting at home without no accomplishments, and she still can get sex, whereas a man has to achieve something. He has to accomplish something. And then once he's worthy and once he's proven to be a man of quote unquote value, which that value has to then be validated by the woman, and he has met certain standards, then he can get the key, unlock the lock, which is why I use the thumbnail that I use, so he can finally fuck. It's all bullshit. I'm gonna let y'all speak to it. If y'all need me to play it back, I'll play it back.
No, I just These dudes, man, okay. I can understand why they would say these type of things, but it's because these dudes, they overvalue a woman's desirability to men. Okay? They consider that just because women are the object of a man's lust, then that makes her powerful. What we have to understand, and the reason why is because he's one of those guys that desire the woman. Like the object of his desire is pedestaled. He puts it on a pedestal, therefore he gives it power. So he's gonna talk like this, okay? When like you said early in the shows, Zag, like sex is really not all that. Like it's something that is necessary for procreation. And I honestly believe that nature made it a certain way to give us a fail-safe so that we procreate, so we can keep life going. But when we break down and analyze the honest truth and the facts of the situation, it's a woman only has power because it's given by the men who put her in the position of being desirable. Do you understand? So it's like his lust speaking, not his honesty. His dick is speaking, not his brain. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And then at the same time, the key, the quote unquote key to sex that she possesses is not even a key. It's not anything that she possesses. It is a fucking it's a societal structure that has been created for civilization, to make things civil. Bro, listen to me. I watched that movie, The Color Purple, the other day. Right? The original. I went on HBO Max to watch it because I know I wanted to go see the other one. Now we could have debates on what you thought about the movie, this, that, and third, whatever. But the reason why I bring up the movie is because there's a part in the movie where the man, Mr. Danny Glover's character, comes up to the father. This man has two daughters, Celie and Nettie. Mr. comes up to the father and says, "I would like your daughter Nettie to be my wife." Just like that. The father says, "I can't give you Nettie, but I could give you Celie. Nettie's too young. I could give you Celie though." Right? They have a 5-minute conversation. The father comes upstairs and says to Celie, "Pack your shit. You are now Mr.'s wife. Go live on his plantation and be his wife." Just like that. So I bring this up to show you that there was a point in society where two men had a conversation and that decided the fate of a woman's entire fucking life as a wife. Fast forward to today, now we got safe spaces and feminism and this and that and all these different things put in place by men, mind you, because we allowed the legislation to go through. Let's be clear. Because somewhere along the way, niggas felt sorry for these chicks. Now, I'm not really getting into my personal thing on this. That's irrelevant. I'm just showing you the facts. All that fucking, all that key to sex shit, it's not really real, bro. It's not real. Because as men, we're stronger, bigger, and if we really wanted to forget about this civilization shit, they would have no say in the matter. And then after all of that, all of the politics and civilization and societal, whatever we want to call it, when it comes down to the actual act of sex, if I don't get a fucking erection, nothing happens. Do you understand? So no matter what level we're looking at it as, nothing happens until I say so. So who really holds the fucking key? The only reason why these young niggas think women hold the key is because legislation that has been put in place by men that came before them. So who really holds the key? If all of the shit you talking is based on legislation that have been put through for men, that's like, man, we gotta do something to kind of protect these females. We gotta do something to give them a little bit of humanity. So then we come up with consent and this and that and grape and whatever, like what, all these different things they call it. But all of those legislations was put through by men. So we hold the key to the basic construct of the idea of consent. We created that. And then, like I said, when we actually get into the bedroom, if I don't get an erection, if I don't find you sexy enough for whatever reason, sex itself cannot happen. So what are we talking about? What the hell are we talking about? These are the things that where I look at these young dudes, these ignorant dudes, and it's just like, yeah, it's like y'all don't know what y'all don't know, and y'all just talking shit. And the part that's so crazy is that they sit there and speak it so passionately to the point where you might actually believe they ass. You see what I'm saying? But you got it though.
Well, Jay Roman, let me say this. I point guys to the Edmunds Act of 1882. It's an anti-polygamous act, right? And basically, it was designed mostly to keep men from having more than one woman. So the point I want to make with that is, this is why all these different social constructs exist. This is why women have been shamed when it comes to promiscuity and things like this, because what guys have realized a long time ago is that there are certain men that women are going to gravitate to sexually more than other men. Okay, period. Okay, this is why guys use that dumbass saying, what is that key saying about many locks or whatever the fuck these goofy niggas say, right? So all that is you have a bunch of dudes who can't get no motherfucking pussy, right? And they looking at, that's why guys complain about the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and women just want thugs, and women just want the bad boy. They don't want the good men, because it's a bunch of complaining ass bitch made dudes that's just mad because women don't gravitate to them sexually. So what they do is they shame the dudes that get all the pussy, and then they shame the women that's fucking all these dudes. And the bottom line is this: guys falsely believe that, okay, a woman who's a virtuous woman, okay, she's the best, right, woman, because she's the woman that really values access to her sexually. So therefore, any man that's fortunate enough to actually get that quote unquote key to that motherfucking lock, okay, then that's the guy who's the most worthy of that woman. Okay, this is why you have women that say, oh, I'm practicing abstinence, because they falsely believe that's their value, right? Is their bottom half. And the reality of it is, the reason why a lot of women struggle, well, one of the reasons why a lot of women struggle actually keeping men, you know what I'm saying, and getting men to stick around is, one, they when they do have sex with men quickly, they're dealing with the wrong men. They're dealing with men who are judgmental, which is why those men just hit and dip, right? But also beyond the sex, unfortunately, some women just aren't likable beyond just fucking, right? And that's the reality of it is. So a lot of people have placed this emphasis on the sex, like that's the most valuable thing when it comes to deciding or determining the value of a woman. And that's bullshit. And a lot of you women who agree with that, hey, you're playing yourselves.
To me, this whole thing was comical.
Facts.
I mean, it was just laughable. I paused, initially when you first played it afterwards, because it's just hilarious. These guys on the internet will contradict themselves every time. How can you tell men about their power and about, different things about themselves, and then turn around at the same time and say, but you're still weaker because you have to go through this gatekeeper. And to me, that's a contradiction of a statement. And why they continue is not because they're the ones who believe it. They're the ones, they believe no matter how high or what they do, they still have to beg and put that woman on a pedestal just to get sex. even when I was younger, it was a mutual act, right? So this mutual act, you mean to tell me is only really controlled by one person?
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you need my part, I need your part for this act to happen. Now, honestly, it ain't gotta be you though. It could be you, it could be you, it could be you. And so now, really what he's saying is the people that have no options basically are choosing to feel like they are the gatekeepers. I just never looked at it like that. Even when I was going through Suckerville, I never looked at it like that. Uh, this mutual act, like, yeah, I'm the one standing in the refrigerator drinking the Kool-Aid, sweating and stuff. So you better believe you ain't the gatekeeper of this. I just put that down on you.
Facts.
You still in there. You bringing me a towel to wipe me up. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry. I just never felt like, I had to beg and plead to get something that was going to be a mutual act. And I'm saying it the most basic way I can, because some things just boil down to some basic behavior, right? So, like I said before, begging, that's basically what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm shucking and jiving to get this thing from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't get it now, maybe if I had a faster car, can I get it now? Maybe if I had a better job, can I get it now? And so you got these guys that's doing all this, and then they get mad because they look back and be like, well, he ain't got all that. Why you giving it to him? You slut.
Hey, let me say this real quick. LeBron with the 20, soaking up the game, fellas. Indeed. Are y'all done with this video? Y'all want me to go back to it? We cool?
No, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, and the phone lines are open, guys. Phone lines are open. 919-647-9392. Go ahead, guys. Call in.
And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat, followed by your question. For those of you that be having multiple questions, just call in. But you'll be better served just to call in, and we can get to your joint. So, let me say this real quick. Let me say this, right? Because I don't want women to get this misconstrued. There's nothing wrong with a woman valuing her body, right? And she's particular and peculiar about who she allows inside of her. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. My thing is this, though. Like, a little while ago, there was a Facebook post, and the guy was asking if a guy called a woman, or if a guy and a woman had a conversation on a Tuesday, and he set up a date for that pending Saturday, that would the women be cool with the guy not talking to him from that Tuesday to that Saturday? And of course, you have women, oh no, he better talk to me, and all this. Okay, and the reason why women feel entitled to actually be able to have a conversation between those 2 days is because they feel like, well, if he want access to me, he gonna have to give me what I want. You know what I'm saying? Which is attention and all that other shit. And the reason why women feel like they can say that is because they're used to men jumping through hoops for the pussy.
Right.
They're used to men acquiescing, placating, doing things to appease them to get at the sex. So they have been conditioned to believe that their genitalia is pedestalized, right? When in reality, again, and I'm gonna say this, because I need guys to understand this. Miles, J. Roman, I know you guys probably can speak to this, okay? When you are in the bedroom and you actually know what you're doing, okay, you're gonna be the best lover in that motherfucking equation, right? The woman is gonna be more pleased by what you're doing than what she's doing to you, right? So if that's the case, I just want guys to think about that. Now, if you suck in bed, then you can't relate to this. But if you actually know what you're doing,
right,
and Steve and I talked about this, because sometimes you can have sex as a man and you cannot even nut, but the woman is having multiple orgasms.
Right.
How in the fuck is she the gatekeeper to sex when you're pleasing her more than she can please you? That makes no sense. But when you actually look at it from that aspect and you actually have sexual confidence as a man, you're like, shit, she gonna want this more than I want her shit. You know what I'm saying? So how in the fuck? So I'm the gatekeeper to this motherfucking dick. And if she act right, if she actually know how to, listen and follow directions, then I'm gonna bless her with this shit. That's why hashtag dick is a gift. You mind playing that joint one more time?
Dick is a gift.
Facts. Shout out.
So, and it's not to say that access to you is valuable and access to a woman isn't. What I want to do is get guys to have a mindset shift where you stop thinking that you have to jump through these hoops to get sex from a woman, and all she got to do is just look cute to get your dick. That's it. That's the problem. Y'all got it.
Once again, guys, 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Call in. Go ahead and call in.
I want somebody to call in that actually feels like this. Like, be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe you could explain it to me in a different way than the guy on the video, because he just sounds corny kind of to me. With the she's standard, and but yeah, call in. Let me know. Let me listen to somebody that really feels like this.
And the way he was talking to, I mean, I get it. A woman who is like, even if she's overweight and this and that, she's gonna want to have a lot of guys to fuck her. I get that, but that still don't make her the gatekeeper to sex, though. You understand?
And the thing that kills me when you say that is, we talk about men and having, as you say, Deem, or we all say standards, or standing on their beliefs, their standards, improving themselves. So just because she does have sex with a gentleman doesn't make it a gentleman that is of standards, right? So what type of gentleman is she having sex with? The ones that don't have anything for her to do? Well, apparently so, because all she had to do was be cute and open the legs, right? Or not even be cute, just open the leg. So to me, if you're sitting there and you say, hey, man, she gets a lot of dudes. She gets a lot of dudes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool for her. And then you find out, well, these dudes will smack anything. Is that really worth something to me? To me, that's it's like, oh, okay, cool.
And that's what I'm saying. That goes back to the nature of it, man. It's a fail-safe for procreation. It's like saying, I don't know. It's like saying that McDonald's is gourmet food just because niggas always get hungry. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, it's like saying that the vending machine is top choice food because people always go to it, and when they feel like they want a snack. It's like, no, none of that shit dictates value. People get hungry because they're human beings, and they gotta eat because we need nutrients, and we gotta procreate. So niggas always gonna want fuck. That don't make women powerful, bro. That don't make women powerful. And but we got matter of fact, it's your boy Lucario on the line. What's going on with you?
Yeah.
What up? What's poppin'?
I'm like, I recognize that number.
You want a link, nigga?
No. I'm just on the phone because I'm like walking outside and shit and running around. But I was listening to the show, but I'm tired of these niggas who ain't got game talking about shit, because even the whole women of the gatekeepers to sex nonsense is ridiculous, because what he doesn't understand is this. Just because a bunch of dudes want to fuck women doesn't mean those women want to fuck those guys. So that means that the options that he thinks they have, they don't have them. So what happens is that a woman can't just fuck a dude. Like, she could if she just laid there and put some lube on her. But what I mean is that she can't get turned on to want to fuck a guy unless she wants to fuck him. And what you got to understand is, more than half the dudes out there trying to fuck women, the women don't want to fuck them, which means that makes them obsolete. You see what I'm saying? So these dudes that think, oh, a woman can fuck anybody, they can't because they don't want to. Therefore, it's almost like, think about it this way. You could say, I could fuck a bunch of chicks, but let's say it's a bunch of super overweight chicks that smell like fish. I can't get my dick up.
Right.
So if I can't get my dick up, I can't fuck them, and I don't want to fuck them. Therefore, those aren't options.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So that's the part that a lot of these guys don't get. But also on the flip side too, is that women don't have as much sexual options as men, because what men have generally that women don't is men have a clear pathway to sex, whereas women don't. What I mean by that is that women still have instilled societal pressure to be a certain way when it comes to sex, which causes them to not be free with sex a lot of times. So meaning that even sometimes when a woman wants to have sex, that societal programming is causing her to second guess herself. Should I fuck this guy? Should I not fuck this guy? I want to have sex with him. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. All of that shit within a woman's brain causes it for her to make it harder for her to just fuck a random dude. Whereas us as men, we don't have that block because nobody's calling us sluts and hoes and all that other bullshit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So for a guy, what happens is that when he has game, he has multiple women that he can get with that are attracted to him, that he can fuck and can follow through because he has no mental block. Whereas with a woman, she has that mental block, whether she likes it or not, because of societal pressure. You see what I'm saying? Even though she wants to fuck, she still has the mental block because of societal pressure. So even if this guy, that guy wanted to fuck her, right? She still can't fuck everybody. And if she did, she'll still feel some type of way, not necessarily only even because of the sex, but the reason why women feel some type of way is because when a bunch of dudes are fucking her and no guy wants to be with her, that makes her feel fucked up because she's like, oh, dudes just want me for sex, which means I don't have value beyond sex. And so that's why it's hard for women sometimes, because even with that aspect, they're like, damn, you know, these dudes just want to fuck me. So then that causes them to want to refrain and chill so that they can be like, well, at least I'm not fucking everybody.
Right.
So even though he thinks women have their freedom to just fuck whoever they want, which makes him think they're the gatekeepers because he's looking at it from a beta male mentality, he doesn't understand the psychology of women and how they're going to fucking have to deal with dudes in this situation. And on top of that, last thing I'll say is, the problem is that this motherfucker, he's talking from a beta male standpoint, because only beta males and weak niggas look at women as women are giving them something and they're giving women nothing. So he's basically devaluing his dick by basically saying women are the gatekeepers, saying that they are to have sex, you know what I'm saying, while we're begging for their pussy because our dick has no value.
Right.
It's terrible. These niggas is terrible, man.
Exactly. That's how.
Facts. And let me add this. You know, there's a quote: just because someone desires you doesn't mean that they value you. So just because women, just because a bunch of guys want to fuck you, that doesn't mean that access to you sexually really has value, because like Elle is saying, dudes would just slide on in it, you know what I'm saying, and dip right after that, which means they didn't value anything about you at all. You just falsely believe that access to you sexually has value because you think you have the power to give it to this guy or that guy. Now, this is what I will also say. I'm going to use supply and demand, right? And what I mean by that is this. There are a bunch of weak niggas that's offering dick to women all the time, right? So, but the problem is, to Elle's point, how many of those guys are actually the type of guy women actually want to be with? There's a small percentage of men that women, one, want to actually have sex with on the strength of them feeling that guy, and two, they actually want that guy beyond just his dick too. There's only a small percentage of men where women says, I want everything about him. I want his dick, I want his time, I want him, right? And because of that, those are the guys that women typically gravitate to. So those guys are the guys that's looking at that comment like, this fool don't know what the fuck he talking about. He don't understand that when you gamed up and you actually that guy and women actually want you, they beating down your door, right? And let me just say this as well. When you actually have been in a position to turn down women for sex, not just women, but women who you are actually attracted to, and you're like, nah, girl, I can't do that, right? Then you understand what sexual autonomy really is, and women aren't the only ones that have it. Y'all got it.
Exactly. Yeah. It looked like Lucario hung up. He had to go.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
so
Zach, I just wrote that down too. Supply and demand, and I'm gonna think about something else too. Not only does the supply and demand affect it like that, but the supply and demand of just women and men in general.
Yeah.
Right? How can the lesser amount be the non-demanding amount? Right? So there's like if anything has supply and demand, so the less and less you have of it, the more and more the value goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's more women on earth than men. So you mean to tell me our value is down and they're the gatekeepers?
Right. That's what I don't understand that shit, bro. I don't know. These niggas just like putting power in women's hands for absolutely no reason. But we got I think we got 50 Fitzwell on the line. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Chilling. What's going on?
What up, OG?
Great topic. And I hope y'all like the videos I'll be sending you, especially the one with the lady when she came in, is on the phone, turned around, and her boyfriend was there. She just fell out and shit. That shit was funny as shit. But this subject here, man, is interesting because I fell into that years ago when I was in the military. And I learned, what I did learn was that, that I'm the one in charge. I'm the one who says what happens. I'm the one who decides, like Miles said, if my dick ain't hard, it's happening. If not, it ain't happening.
Right.
And when it gets hard, it becomes an appetizer because they're like, oh, wow, you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? So, yes, I believe that. One of the things in my life, what I've experienced, every time one of you guys tell a story, I go, damn, I have a kung fu moment. I'm like, yeah, that shit happened to me too. Whereas, someone thought that they could, manipulate me and guide me with their pussy. Well, I fucked them once and they didn't want to do it. So I said, all right, I got my shit. I was there for some. I got my shit and I left. They kept calling and kept calling and kept calling. And it was so hard to shake this bitch, man. Like you said, it's so hard to get rid of a bitch, man. It is so hard. And a lot of these guys I know out here now that are my age, back in the day used to run together, they still talking about the heyday and they married. I said, well, where are them bitches now?
Right.
Where are the bitches now? Where are their daughters? Where are their nieces? Because I know you were looking at them too.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they? So I just want to say, man, you guys are right on point. And I am so glad that I was, quote unquote, what they told me, I was featured challenged to where I wouldn't look like a Chad or whatever. So I thought that I wasn't getting it because of that. No, just because of that, I got more because I had to have my game. I had to have my mouthpiece right.
Right.
I was a salesman. So I just turned that energy over to women. Something I wanted from I had to sell myself. That's the way I thought of it then. I had to sell myself. But now, shit, man. Shit, it's an auction here. What you got? What you got? It's an auction. What you got over there? What you got? Oh, no, that ain't right either. Like you said, put them bitches to work. In fact, I got my shirt on today. I'm going out to sour bitch free. I don't need your sour bitch ass over here. But you got to do what I say, do what I ask, do what I instruct you to, and that's it. So, yes, sex is up to the guy. And if y'all believe in women are gatekeepers to sex, guess what? You may have to crash the gate, youngin', because I just walk on in.
Facts. Appreciate it.
What's up?
Appreciate it, OG.
Yeah, man. So you guys, man, have a good one. Hope your teams win this weekend. I don't know. I'm fucked around. I got 4 bodies to deal with tomorrow, man. So I won't be seeing shit, man.
Oh,
but,
man. Well, yo, get that money, man. Fuck it. Get that money, OG.
That's right.
Get that money, you know it. It's some bullshit.
Facts. All right, brother. Appreciate you. All right, man. Guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead, Zach.
I got a question for you guys
Uh-huh.
on the show. With the clients you deal with, is this one of the hardest things to change somebody's mindset that really believes that women are the gatekeeper?
It's interesting. I haven't had this with my clients. I haven't had that many conversations about this particular topic. This is really something that they talk about on the podcast. But hold that thought, Zach. Let me just get with this caller real quick. Anonymous, go ahead.
Day 28, Alabama.
Day 28, Alabama. All right, give us 1 second. I'm gonna let Zach make his points, so just hang out, and then we'll get right back to you. All right. All right. Go ahead, Zach.
Let me say this. I never had someone actually verbalize it in that way, but I've had clients where I can tell that they value access to women sexually and they bend over backwards to try and show the woman that they're worthy of the box. And my thing is, no, you're fucking up, right? So, but I've had that. You got it.
Caller, go ahead.
Okay, I got a different question.
Okay.
My question is, I asked it the other day, when is it better to leverage your sexual? When is it better to leverage the sexual, and when is it better to leverage the non-sexual?
Okay, let me answer that.
I mean, some women want to put you in the friend zone and use you for non-sexual.
I can never
sexual.
Dave, I got you, brother. I got you. First of all, a woman really can't put you in the friend zone. You have to willingly allow yourself to be put to the back burner or put to the side, right? So a woman, now she can attempt to try and put you, but she really can't put you there unless you are a willing participant and wanting to play that role. So you asked the question, okay, leveraging sexual desire or leveraging sex when it comes to non-sexual time and attention. Shout out ARC. He used to always say no free attention. So one of the things I say is this: if you're dealing with a woman, right, and there's mutual sexual attraction, right, and she wants more than just sex, okay, she has to basically deal with you on your terms, right? So the problem with a lot of guys is they're used to dealing with women on the woman's terms. So up front, what they'll do is they'll say, well, I'm mainly interested in her because I'm sexually attracted to her. But if I don't give her what she wants, then I can't get to the sex. So let me go ahead and talk to her when she wants to talk, text when she wants to text. Let me go ahead and take her out on multiple dates. I prefer not to do this, but because I want the sex, I got to do this so that way I'll get what I want. So if I know a woman is interested in me, she's sexually attracted to me, and she wants to see me outside of just the bedroom, okay, well, we fucking first though. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a matter of I'm going to put what I want on the back burner, then I'm going to let you, have your agenda and put it at the forefront of our interaction. So when you talk about leveraging sexual desire for non-sexual attention, a woman has to actually sexually desire you though, right? And then at that time, you can basically say, this is how shit gonna go, right? Now, when I say, now you can say how shit gonna go regardless of whether a woman wants to fuck you or not. But what I'm saying is, for you to actually have quote unquote leverage in that situation, a woman has to actually want you in that way first. Y'all got it.
There's a thing that a word I learned a long time ago, probably one of my first words, and it was no. And I think that we need to express that a lot more. I had a situation once where I went to the movies with a young lady, and we got Chinese food before we went into the movie theater, and the egg rolls were smacking, right? The egg rolls was really good. Then one time I called her over and she says, well, I'm not going to come over unless you have those egg rolls. Now, she might have been playing and said it as a joke, but I didn't take it that way, because if you're going to come over, you're going to come over to see me. That's the gift alone.
Right.
Nothing else included. And so I was like, well, I'm not getting those egg rolls. And it became a battle, right? It became a battle at that point. And I think I didn't see her for a while. Like, because I was not getting these egg rolls just for her to come over. I felt offended. What you mean? I was like, well, that's okay. Cancel that. A lot of guys don't want to say no because they believe they're going to miss out on the pussy.
Exactly.
Let's just say it the way it is, right?
Can you hold on 1 second, J. Roman? I just want to say this real quick. 901, I see you calling in, but they're not letting me merge the calls. So when we're done with this current caller, please call back. 901, please call back when we're done with this caller. I'm sorry. Go ahead, J. Roman.
Hey, I'm just going to hop off now. I'm listening.
Okay, 901, go ahead and call back. All right, thank you, caller. Yeah.
So I would say that you got to be able to express no and feel good in doing it. And to me, you can only do that if you really understand that this is not the gift. She is not the gift. You don't have her on a pedestal or anything like that, because this no right here, if she takes it or don't take it, it don't matter to me. She didn't have to come over.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me. And that's the point you guys got to get to. And when you get to that point, you'll start to read and know what to leverage and when to leverage it, right? So my thing is, she came over later on and didn't, it took some time. She came over later on and there was still no egg rolls. There was never any egg rolls after that. We never went to the same Chinese food joint, never did anything because the egg rolls was never going to happen. In fact, it's a joke now because this person will call me and joke about that. And she already knows I will never get you any egg rolls, period.
Let me ask you a question real quick, J. Roman. And Vic Daddy, excuse me, I don't call nobody that. The number's 919-647-9392. It's on the screen, brother. Now, J. Roman, did y'all eat before you smashed?
No, we went to the movie theater and we brought, instead of buying movie theater food, we took Chinese food into the movie theater. We had wine coolers and Chinese food while we was watching our movie.
No, but when did y'all smash?
Oh, we smashed sometime before. We smashed, sometime afterwards. But it was just that factor about, because she made a comment. I'm not going to come over there unless you have those egg rolls.
Right. He's like,
and from that point on, it was like, you ain't never going to have these egg rolls.
You ain't never.
Right? It's because you put it out there like that. Now, even if she was joking, I didn't take it like that. And she took it like it was a battle because, I'm not coming over. All
right then.
And then the next time she's like, you gonna get some egg rolls? No.
She was serious on that shit.
She was dead serious.
Let her go. Let her go.
But to me, a lot of times I've asked this to a lot of ladies, do you ever test men out? All of them have said yes. So you mean to tell me that if you test men out, that means men have failed your test? So if you're testing me out to see how much, you think you got me, I told him to give me egg rolls, girl. I wasn't coming over there. He got me them egg rolls. No, I did not get you those egg rolls. You can't go back and report that. It didn't stop her from wanting to come over. It didn't stop her from wanting to hang out because she kept checking in. You got the egg rolls? No.
Yo, you know what? I'm about to, you know what? I'm about to start fucking blocking y'all niggas with these pause ass fucking names, man. Straight up and down, bro. Straight up and down. Like y'all niggas gotta pick better names, bro. I'm tired of this shit. But Zach, you got something to say before I get to the call?
No, let's get to the call, fam.
All right, 901. You're on live with on the Manhood is a Skill Set show with K Zach, J Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. What's up?
What's going on, panel? It is Victor, 25, Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. Vic? Is that Vic from the chat?
Yes, sir. That's me.
All right, man. Yeah.
Hold on just a second, Victor. Just 1 second, Victor. Hey, Dave from Alabama that called in earlier. If you have any more questions about that, or if we didn't exactly answer the questions, call back or put it in the chat. Put a Q in the chat for us.
All right. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Vic. Hey, how old are you? How old are you, real quick? How old are you?
I am 25.
25. All right. Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead.
So I came to this correlation, and I was trying to figure out if all three of y'all agree, but I figured out that your personality actually plays a big role in the game. Is that true?
Of course. It's a part of your masculine identity.
You came to that conclusion?
Because, yes?
I'm going to say kind of.
Yeah. No, but you came... No, your personality... You can say that if you have charm, that's part of your personality is to be charming.
Okay.
So also the way that you speak, the way that you view things, the way that you actually engage and interact with women, your personality is gonna shine through, or lack thereof. Because some people have a very dull, boring personality, so it matters.
All right, go ahead.
Yes,
only reason I say kind of is because manhood is a skill set. And whenever you say something is a skill set, that means you can sharpen that skill. So if you don't have the most electric personality, if you don't have the most outgoing, then whatever you do have, you would have to sharpen the skill sets of that personality to accomplish what you need to accomplish.
Here we go. Go ahead. Appreciate that.
All right. The reason why I brought that question up is because I always thought that the game is all like tentacle work, A, X, Y, Z, but I'm trying, but I'm slowly trying to figure out like the only way you can truly make it one of one is you have to apply your personality. You can't look at it like
all right. Shut up.
Well, yeah.
When was the last time you've been out talking to women?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was
Saturday
Friday.
and Friday.
Yesterday was Friday. Today's Saturday. How many you spoke to this weekend?
This weekend, I'm going out tonight, but I didn't go out yesterday. I was stuck at work.
Okay. I just needed to make sure that you actually out here doing work, because I can't stand you motherfuckers who sit here and analyze and talk all this shit and you're not out in the real world doing the work. All right, so go ahead.
No, I always put in my work. That's why I got my business cards.
How would you describe your personality?
Actually, you said it perfectly. Kind of like though I don't really like do you know those people that come in the room and then they just shine? That's not me. I come in and
okay. I got listen. Some people have an extroverted personality. Some people are introverts, right? There's nothing wrong with being quiet, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all, right? It's not about whether or not you are the life of the party or you just a chill dude, right? Because there are some women who don't really gravitate to guys who are lives of the party and loudmouth niggas, right? So it's not about that, okay? At the end of the day, when you actually engage with the woman and you're conversating with the woman, okay, how she perceives you to be in that moment, okay, is where the rubber meets the road at. So here's the thing, because you was talking about tentacles and all this other shit. The problem with a lot of you guys need to remove logic and and just have some common sense. But logic, the problem is guys, they try to logic their way to some pussy, right? And you have to understand that when women are actually sexually attracted to a man, when they desire a man sexually, it's a feeling that they get, right? And that feeling comes from the interaction that she is having with you, right? The way that you're speaking to her, the way that you're behaving, what you're presenting in that moment. The problem with guys is when they start thinking logically, you start getting in your head about what it is you're saying and what it is you're doing, instead of just letting shit flow free and naturally. All right, you got it.
I have a question about that, K-Zakin. Is that why?
Wait. Before the question.
Okay.
Before the question, I just want you to think about what he said and how it applies to you. Are you sitting there having conversations with people over analyzing everything?
No, I don't. No, I don't do that.
Okay, so go ahead and ask your question, man.
My question for K-Zakin, is that why you always say it's not the message, it's the messenger?
No, I'm not the one who says that. But to your point, two guys can say the same thing, but a woman interprets what the other guy said as something that is she ain't with. But the other guy said the same thing, but she's feeling it. And that's the feeling that she gets from being in that guy's physical presence. So an example would be this. Okay, I can walk up to a woman and I can introduce myself, talk to her briefly and say, you know what, girl, let's get out of here and go back to my spot. And she could be like, oh, hell no. What the fuck you taking me for? I just met you. Okay, Miles can go up to the same chick, say the exact same thing. And then she grabbing on the nigga's joint, let's go, daddy. You know what I'm saying? The exact same shit. All of that is, part of it could be maybe she likes his look more than mine. That could be part of it. But the other part of it is just the feeling that she gets when from his aura and all that other shit. It's just a feeling that she gets. You hear people, they use the word vibe. That's a popular word and shit now. Vibe. I like his vibe. It can literally be that. Ahead,
yo, get hold on real quick. Get Zach the fuck out of here. Somebody get him the fuck out of here. I'm done. I'm done with this nigga. Get him the fuck out of here. We don't need him. Get him the fuck out of here now. The show stops right here until Zach gets. Thank you. All right, caller. Let's look at it this way. What are you trying to accomplish, bro? Like let's focus on what we're trying to focus on. What are you trying to accomplish with this information that we're trying to chop up right now?
Honestly, it was an idea that came to my head, and I was just trying to connect the dots in my head, and that's why I called in.
No. Listen to me closely. I asked you, what are you trying to accomplish? Connecting dots in your head is the process. I'm asking you, what are you trying to get to?
To be honest with you, it would be to figure out what is the uniqueness to my personality. To be real.
Okay, so you're basically trying to find out who you are then.
continuing in, yes.
All right. So how old did you say you were?
I'm 25.
So you're 25 and you have no idea who you are.
No, I know who I am.
Okay, so who are you? Who are you then? Who are you?
I'm Victor motherfucking Kabui.
Okay, that's cool, but give me something else. Okay, all right. Hold on.
I know what he was trying to get at here.
Out there with these females, what are you ultimately trying to end up doing with these females? You trying to get married? You want a girlfriend? You want a fuck buddy? What you trying to do?
Just fuck.
Okay, so based on who Vic motherfucking whatever you said is, based on who that person is, age 25, why would any woman want to fuck you?
Because I'm awesome.
That's it. You're awesome.
I'm awesome.
But you're too envious, though. And I can tell you're kind of envious of the people that can go out in a room, because you mentioned it a couple of times. I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm.
I am this person. And if you're that person, the person that kind of walks in the room and you're not the life of the party and things like that, that's fine. The game has so many nuances to it. You don't have to be. And that's why there's 3 different people here. And we got 3 different personalities, like 3 different styles, 3 different ways we can go into a room. Now, if your personality is more dull, as you say, and I asked you that because I would have corrected you and said, no, my personality ain't dull. I'm just a quiet person, right? But as you walk into a room, what you need to develop through your own personality is, maybe I don't mix my words. Maybe if when that girl finally comes over to me and says, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. I seen you over there. I don't like to talk a lot, but damn. Let's get together. Let's leave here. It's like, oh, you're very direct. Yeah, I don't mix my words. I don't have to be loud. I don't have to be the life of the party, but I'm more direct. I'm more tell you what's on my mind. When you come over here to me, you're going to hear some stuff.
It's about the interaction. When you once you have that one-on-one conversation, what do you present yourself to be? So, caller, I'll give you a real quick example. And I told this story before. Now, I don't recommend none of you motherfuckers dealing with chicks at work because you too goofy with it. So, many years ago, right, I was dealing with this young lady I used to work with, right? And whenever, I start a new job, I'm very quiet. I'm very studious. I stay to myself. I just show up, I do my work, I get my money, and I take my ass the fuck home, right?
Facts.
So I'm very quiet. Now, what ended up happening was, for whatever reason, and let me just say this about you women. I gotta have a little come to Jesus talk with y'all. Y'all are funny because y'all say y'all want a man who's discreet, but as soon as the nigga start fucking you good, you start telling everybody. I'm gonna need y'all to shut the fuck up. Keep it between you and me, right?
Everybody.
So at work, I'm dealing with this chick behind the scenes, and she's telling everybody. Well, she's telling her girlfriends what the fuck I'm doing to her. So they're like, "You're dealing with Kerry? He's so fucking quiet. He don't talk to nobody." Girl, that nigga ain't quiet. Girl, he's this, he's that. So I'm literally the opposite in private, as far as how I'm at work, how I'm being at work. So women are trying to imagine, wait a minute, he's so quiet, he keeps to himself, but you're saying he's like this. So I said all that to say this. So even though I'm quiet at work, right, that's just one side of me. We're all multifaceted human beings. That's just one side of me. I don't need to come to work and showcasing everything about me and how I get down personally or sexually or romantically, right? So just because you appear to be a quiet, reserved person in private, okay, you might be, completely different than that, and that's okay.
So again, why would any woman want to fuck you?
Can you say that again, please? Sir?
Why would any woman want to do what you want to do?
Because I'm awesome.
No, sir.
So,
all right, let me. All right,
what makes you awesome?
Well, let me give you an example. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I talk about a masculine identity. The reason why a woman would want to fuck me is because I've never had customer complaints. I know what I'm doing. I know how to fuck you from your head to your toe. I know how to bite different places on your body, lick different places on your body. I'll spank you. I'll make you come just by talking to you. I will fucking get the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? I got lights in the spot. I got a dope ass car. Matter of fact, your pussy gonna be super wet by the time you get to my spot, just because of how fast I'm driving and the way I love to whip it. Then after that, the whole time I got my hands on your leg and my fingers is in between finger popping you. So I got one hand whipping the whip and I got the other hand splashing in the pussy on the way back to the crib. So you see how I'm painting a picture? You see how I'm showing her the different experiences?
Yes.
That's who the fuck I am, and that's why any woman would want to fuck me, because she's gonna get a totally different experience than if she was to fuck K-Zag, J. Roman, or you, Vic. Now, what I'm trying to say is, what's the experience? What is the unique draw to fuck with you?
Mm-hmm.
Straightforwardness.
Talking about I'm awesome.
Oh, that's not enough. Caller. Okay, let's think about what Miles was saying. So this is what guys don't understand. Okay, when you're having a conversation with a woman, caller, do you know how quickly women discern whether or not you're the type of guy they might want to have sex with? Do you know how quickly they come to that conclusion?
3.5 seconds.
This nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you are overthinker. I know for a fact you are over. This nigga said 3.5 seconds.
So let's just say 30, 45 seconds to 2 or 3 minutes, right? They kind of already know whether or not you're the type of guy they might want to fuck, right? So that means within that time frame, they looked you up and down from head to toe, right? And they made a determination as to whether or not you are at least visually appealing, right? And that would be the 30, 45 seconds. So what might take the 2 to 3 minutes is how you present yourself initially and their quick perception of you. So to Miles's point, when a woman has made the decision, you know what, I'm gonna fuck this nigga, right? It's because of a feeling that she's gotten from a picture that you painted, right? So basically, you gave her, because sex starts in the mind, right? In the mind, right? Mentally for women. So that means a woman has already said to herself, this is the type of guy I believe I can have an awesome time with. I think I can have a very positive experience with, or at least I'm curious enough to find out. Okay, based on what he presented to her, he painted a picture. You know what I'm saying? He was on his Michelangelo with that shit, right? So a lot of guys, the reason why a lot of guys, even if a woman thinks you're handsome, cute, or whatever, the reason why a woman don't want to fuck you is because you said you're awesome. What does that mean exactly?
I'm awesome.
Because if a woman says, you know what, Vic, I'm curious. I really want to sample that dick, but the last couple of guys I had sex with, they were horrible in bed. So Vic, what about you makes me believe that I can have a pleasurable, memorable experience? And if you say, because I'm awesome, you're gonna walk the fuck away.
I would say I'm good with my hands.
Listen,
I have a stutter, so don't make fun of me.
Hey, shut up. I used to stutter too, so shut the fuck up. And you need to learn. You need to learn how to be made fun of. You need to learn how to have a tough skin. You need to learn how to love yourself in the face of ridicule. That's what's gonna make you strong enough to deal with all these fucking women that's gonna tell you no. Do you hear what I'm saying to you, bitch ass nigga?
Yes, sir.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yes,
so
sir.
if you want to call over here and act like a bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna call you a bitch ass nigga.
And I deserve that.
Okay, but you're not a bitch ass nigga. But don't act like it, because I'll call you it. You get what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to explain to you is all the shit I just said. All the shit I just said about whipping the whip while I'm splashing the vagina and all that other shit. You see, here's the key. The key is not to necessarily explain all those things to a woman. The key is to give the energy of all those things to a woman. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir. So,
meaning the way you talk, the question, the things you tell her, right? Like, so for example, instead of me explaining, hey girl, while I'm driving fast and whipping the whip, I'm gonna be splashing the fingers in the vagina and all of this stuff. Instead of doing that, you know what I'll say to her? I'll lean into her left ear. Shout out to Ella Roger Curry, and be like, have you ever been finger popped while doing 90 on the highway? Have you ever sucked dick while doing 110 on the freeway? You get what I'm saying? Have you ever like so I'm not necessarily explaining the shit to her beat by beat, but I'm based on my actions, based on the things that I'm painting the picture for her to visualize. I'm giving her bits and pieces. You get what I'm saying? So that's where, see, because you a overthinking analytical guy like you will sit there and be like, well, I'm going to lick my finger like this, and then I'm going to put it on your clitoris and then move it left to right in rhythmic strokes back and forth, and then I'm going to. The bitch don't want to hear that, bro. She don't want to hear that. She wants to hear that she wants to get the impression that you know how to do that, right? She wants to get the impression that you know what you're doing in the bedroom, that you can give her instructions, that you can tell her to turn over, that you can tell her to fucking lay down on her stomach and arch her back so you can hit the right angle. She wants to feel that from you. Not that you're going to fucking sit there with, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you lay down on your stomach and then arch your back at a 65-degree angle. And then I'm going to penetrate your vagina at a 73-degree angle. And between the 65 and the 73 angled, the hypotenuse will create the most effective stimulation for the vaginal canal. She's not going to feel that from you, my nigga.
So, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Renee P with the 5. Grace Show Carrie. Hold on, caller. Grace Show Carrie, Miles, and Jay Roman. I have to go. Shout out to you, baby girl. Thank you. But gentlemen, like the live, comment, sub to all the channels, and feel free to donate. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Renee P. Yes.
So caller, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of big dick energy? Have you ever heard of that term?
Yes.
Right. So essentially what that is, right, is basically a supremely confident dude, right, who exudes that confidence, and the way that he speaks and conducts himself, he comes across as a guy. One, he's self-assured. Two, he has a high degree of self-esteem, right? He's comfortable in his own skin, and he doesn't give a fuck what people think about him, right? That in and of itself. When people meet you, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. When people meet you and you give off that type of impression, that alone for some people is an attractive trait. Now I'm not talking about the big dick energy part. I'm talking about just being a supremely confident dude who is unconcerned or indifferent to what people think about them. Because most people don't have that, right? Most people aren't that way. So that in and of itself makes you stand out above the average motherfucker out here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correlated to behaviors?
Of course.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Part of exhibiting confidence is how you behave. It's how you conduct yourself. Look, a lot of guys don't understand that the majority of the time that women either decide they want to get with you sexually or they decide against it is due in part to how you act and how you behave. Cole, have you ever heard that phrase? He could have got it until he opened his mouth.
Oh yes. Oh Jesus Christ. Yes.
So
we heard that shit like.
Oh Jesus Christ. Yes. Oh my God.
Has someone told you that?
Hey. I got tough skin, Miles. Trust me.
Listen.
Somebody told him that.
Has someone told you that, caller?
Hell yeah.
Let me. I want to go back to something real quick. That I need you cats to understand about energy and the impression that you give from what's going on in your mind. If you was sitting on a date talking with a chick that you were attracted to, and then you said, "I will," and then she kind of giggles or smirks a little bit, and then you say to her, "Don't make fun of me. I have a stutter." No, seriously. I really want you guys to see and understand what happened in that little exchange. Because y'all niggas think that if a nigga like me, Miles Cunningham, is on YouTube, yelling at niggas and calling niggas a bitch ass nigga, that's such a bad thing. No, honestly, the reason why I do this shit is because you need to have that tough skin. Cause what the fuck you think the bitch gonna do if you in front of her talking about?
Facts.
So when I say to you, and you go, "Don't make fun of me, Miles. I have a stuttering issue." What the? You say that to a bitch, nigga. Say that to a motherfucking bitch. That bitch gonna be like, check please. You know what? I'll pay for the whole date. You don't have to worry about nothing. I'll walk myself to my car. Her pussy done dried the fuck up, nigga. So this is what I need you guys to understand, man. This is why you gotta quote unquote get rejected. This is why you gotta have that tough skin. This is why you gotta know how to stay focused. And shout out to Tony Praying Mantis for the $5 super chat. He said, "What's up, fam? Nerds don't get pussy because they're trying to use logic to an unlogical being such as a woman. Sexual attraction is not logical. Facts. Sexual attraction is about vibrations. Is about energy. It's about feeling. It's about making a woman want, desire to go down that road with you. But you can't do that talking about fucking equations. You can't do that talking about all this other shit. You gotta be on some different shit. Like you gotta give her the feeling of a man that knows what the fuck he's doing. Do you understand? You got to give her the feeling of a man that knows how to make that pussy sing. Do you understand? Like some dudes don't even understand shit like this. Like you on a date, just sitting there, she talking all this shit. Well, you know, I'm at my job and blah, blah, blah. And you just stop her mid sentence and be like, you know what? I like the sound of your voice. I would really love to hear how it sounds catching high notes tonight. You know what I'm saying? In my bedroom. While the ceiling fan is going, I'm gonna just have you catching high notes all night. I could just hear your voice getting so high pitched. God damn, girl. Matter of fact, you ready to get out of here? Like, matter of fact, you know what? Check, please. Let's go. Yeah, and so many niggas will be so afraid to do some shit like that because they're afraid to hear her say, "Oh, I don't know what you thought this was, but I'm not like that." Oh, if you're not like that, then cool. If you change your mind, you got my number. I'm out. Check, please. We go.
Stand on it.
Or she says, what do you mean high notes? Oh, okay, you're not ready.
Okay, you're not ready. You see
like, so Victor.
Yes.
I want to tell you this. I don't think you're ready for the interaction that you want right now. And the reason why I say it is because I'm just tell you this. When you start to exude this confidence, you can't question it because it will seem fake and phony to you.
Yeah.
And it will seem fake and phony to the people around you. It has to be within you. And you need to practice that other than with the opposite sex.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
It has to be in your day-to-day life. So at the job or somewhere else or somewhere where you like, hey, I'm not going to do that, period. What do you say? Hey, you heard me. You know, I might have stuttered it, but you heard me. I'm not going to do it. Right. So you got to start practicing and building that up.
Right.
You know, and I think you're there. Like, I definitely think you're there. You're on the show, you know, Miles corrected you and you was like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're there. Like, you know, the best thing that we have as human beings, as men, is we can look at ourselves and say, yeah, oh man, you're right. I wasn't acting right there. You know, I could think about it. I correct that, whatever. So my thing is, you can judge yourself and look at yourself and improve. And if you can improve, you got to understand that if it's phony and fake to you, if you are analyzing it while you're saying it, it's going to feel phony and fake to them.
Exactly.
Let me add this. Caller. If you haven't noticed, I stammer from time to time. I stutter from time to time. That has never impacted my confidence. Not one bit. And the funny part is, I know when I'm stuttering or stammering. I know I catch it all the time, but I keep right on talking. I never stop talking and be like, you know what? Hold on, give me a second. Let me gather myself. No, I just keep right on talking. It doesn't matter, right? The problem is guys are so worried about what the woman is thinking about them. Yeah, you have to have enough confidence and self-assuredness in yourself that you don't concern yourself with what she's thinking. Okay, what you need to be focused on is what is she doing? Okay, and what I mean by that is she conducting herself in a way that's conducive to your bottom line? Okay, fact. You said earlier, okay, you're a single guy, you out here, you want to engage in casual sexual encounters with women. Okay, that's all that matters is she conducting herself in such a way where that's going to come to fruition? Okay, that's all that matters. But now here's the thing, though. You got to ask yourself this question. Are you doing and saying the things you need to do and or say in all of those moments to make sure that you exhibit the type of behavior where women can not only see that in you, but a good number of the women you encounter are down for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm African. Straight direct.
Straight direct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm African. Straight direct.
Ask you ever seen somebody stutter on that clip?
I don't play by that shit.
Which African country?
I'm Kenya. I'm from the Kikuyu tribe. 1 and 1.
Okay. You see, even shit like that you could add to your repertoire, bro. If you actually know what tribe you're from, talk about that shit.
And he said
somebody catch you stutter. If somebody catching you stutter, if a woman catch you stutter, say, have you ever had somebody stutter on that clip?
I'm writing that down. Stop playing.
We are who we are, right? Like we didn't stand in no line. You know, I heard a comedian say this, and I wish I knew his name to give him his props. We didn't stand in any line and say, "Hey, I want a big head, God," or I want small feet. I want to be only 5'6". You're like, we didn't stand in any line to make us who we are. It is just the DNA, and then on top of that, workout schedule, whatever you say it is, or whatever you do. But a lot of it has to be with DNA. Like, I'm quite sure you didn't stand in line and be like, "Hey, God, give me a stutter." You know, that didn't happen. Right? Nobody stood in line and said, "Hey, give me a wandering eye." You know, so we are who we are, and we got to work with it. You either do things in your life to try to improve it, go to speech therapy or do something. But when you get to be a certain age, you can't blame anybody else for where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to work with it. And you got to learn how to present it and learn how to do it with confidence. Everybody got something wrong with them. Ain't nobody walking in this earth perfect.
We're all imperfect human beings.
All imperfect. But I tell you this. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
No, the problem is a lot of guys don't know how to turn the weaknesses into strengths. They don't, because here's the thing,
there
right?
You go.
There's always going to be something about you that maybe as a child or as an adolescent or even a teenager, maybe you were a little insecure about, maybe you got made fun of in school. But what you do is, okay, you recognize that now anything you were born with that you can't change, never look at that as a weakness, right? But what you do is the weaknesses that you do have that you can change, you change those into strengths, and the strengths that you do have, you make them stronger so they drown out the things that you were once insecure about. Okay, so an example would be, let's say you got one leg longer than the other and shit, and a woman says, "Damn, were you born with that? One leg longer than the other?" And you be like, "Look, all three of my legs are uneven. You want to see the third one?" You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that you know how to make fun of yourself. Like even when Jay Roman says, "You ever had someone stutter on that clip?" Okay, learn how to take something that people are typically insecure about, and you know how to actually turn that into a situation where you're not sensitive about it.
Can I say this real quick? Okay, so this actually might be the next like the basis of the next program. But when we talk about game as far as mouthpiece, I try to tell guys to stay focused on what they're trying to accomplish. And this is where having thick skin comes in. Because when you say something sexual to a woman and she gives you a little bit of pushback or resistance or negative response, you could either take it personally, such as he did earlier with the, "Oh, don't make fun of me, I stutter," blah, 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 right? You could take it like that, or you can stay focused on that vision that you have in your mind and then learn how to take what she just said and flip it. Like Jay Roman said, "Hey, you ever had somebody stutter on that pussy?" Or Kay Zagan just said, "Hey, you want to see my third leg," so on and so forth. Because that's the reason why the pimp or the player type cat is so considered so smooth. Here's the and if you break down the words, it's so easy to understand. This is why they call it smooth, because my path to my destination, you can't put any bumps in the path to my destination. Because with that man being focused, right? And he says something sexual and the girl is like, "Ew, I don't know what you thought this was." He won't allow that to make a bump in his focus. He'll just be like, oh, what I thought it was. Oh, what I know it is. Do you understand? Because I can tell by the way you smiling at me right now that you just putting up a front for the cameras. Then she's looking at you like, what cameras? Right. But at the same time, she's listening to what you're saying. Like, this nigga don't even sound like he making any sense. But that's because you're so focused. I remember in the Game Kings 1, Rosebud says, I don't even worry about what a bitch is saying because I'm just so fucked up off of what's going on in my mind. That's what makes a nigga smooth, meaning that you cannot disrupt or sway him away from his destination. The smoothness comes with the fact that no matter what the woman says, he's always gonna bring it back to his focus, which is to get her naked and to fuck or whatever it is. You understand? So here's the difference between a smooth nigga and a lame nigga, right? So, hey girl, what's going on? Oh, you stuttering? This is the lame nigga. Well, it's a problem that I've been dealing with since I was young, and I would appreciate it if you didn't make fun of me. That's the lame nigga. Now, where does the conversation go after that? She's like, oh, so he has issues with his stuttering and he can't take a joke and he's not, he's kind of sensitive. So now where does the conversation go? Now, where does the conversation go, fellas? We already threw it off. We threw it off the focus. We fucked up the mood. Now she's looking at you like you're a sensitive, hurt person, right? Now you have to work on trying to bring back the sexual energy and tension back into the situation. Okay. Now let's check out the smooth nigga. The smooth nigga, he's talking, and he's like, hey, girl, I'd like to do this, but sometimes. And she's like, oh, you stutter a little bit. Oh, you got a little stutter about you, huh? And he's like, yeah, girl, you ever had a nigga like me stutter on that clitoris? I bet you feel good because I got the vibrations in there. And that's natural. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been stuttering since I was 6. And I'm a grown ass man now. So you know what I could do to that fucking clit? And so that's why he's considered smooth when the other guy is a lame. Because she pointed out his foibles. She pointed out his idiosyncrasy. She pointed out a quote unquote flaw, which he turned right back into a plus to get back to what he was focused on. That's the key to being smooth. But again, it takes practice. It takes time. It takes you loving yourself so you can understand how to take anything a person says and turn it back around to a positive. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah, most guys don't have that type of wit.
Exactly. And when you have light skin, when you have weak skin, when everything a person says offends you because you have low self-esteem about everything and you're insecure, that's what makes you lame to a fucking woman.
Yes, sir.
And let me say this deeper aspect. The reason why it's an issue is because if you're so serious that you don't know how to make fun of yourself from time to time, you're probably going to be a guy who doesn't have a good sense of humor. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you right now, women don't want to be around a guy who don't got a sense of humor because you don't know how to just chill. Everything that a woman could potentially say might be something that stings you. Or impacts you, right? And I'm gonna tell you, even dudes don't want to be around a soft, sensitive, crybaby ass motherfucker where everything that someone says, that motherfucker takes offense to it because he's so fucking insecure about shit.
Right, exactly. All right, caller. Do you have any other questions?
No, I really appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for taking the time to break me down and help me learn something about myself.
Right. And I want to say this too. You said that you're going out this weekend and you went out last weekend. What I want you to do is think about what was said today and practice knowing how to stay focused.
Yes,
you know, like, because women are always going to say some initial shit to try to throw you off. Practice to try to stay focused. And if you can't come up with anything witty to say in the moment, just don't say anything at all. And you're better off probably just moving on. You get what I'm saying? But the point is to practice, because like I've been in situations where I walk up to a woman and I'm like, hey, what's up? Tell me your name. And she's like, oh, I don't give my name out to strangers. And at the moment, I couldn't come up with anything. I couldn't come up with anything witty to say. So I just I just kept it moving. Just walked on by and started talking to another chick that was like a couple of feet away from her. You get what I'm saying? So you
Yes,
gotta.
sir.
This is why you gotta go out and practice, because you gotta develop that tough skin, because you gotta know how to be on. They call it being on your toes, right? You gotta stay on your toes within the conversation. So when she says some dumb shit, you could take the words that she's saying and flip it back around to get right back to the focus of us fucking tonight. You see what I'm saying?
And the way you can counter that, she says, I don't give my number out to strangers. Girl, I'm not a stranger. You've been praying for a man. I'm here. He sent me.
Yeah, God sent me. I ain't no stranger. God sent me. See, that's good.
Hey, man, sometimes I gotta say, man, that's why I like to hang around cats is just smooth, like Miles say. Because sometimes I'd be like, oh, you already saying some dumb stuff. I'm gone, right? Because I don't like stupidity questions like that. Like it irritates me. Like I need a grown woman conversation. Like, oh, I don't give my name to strangers. Like, man, you know, people know your name. Like, all right. Anyway, go on with yourself. So I like hearing some smooth stuff. Sometimes my partner, I never forget, we was out and about. And he was talking to the girl and telling her, hey, yeah, let's go out sometime or whatever. And she goes, well, I have a boyfriend. And he looks at her and goes, well, he can't come. and she just stood there, right? And she was like, huh. And she kept talking. And it was just like, yo, I'm not, that's your issue. He can't come. We talk about us.
Grabbed her attention like
it just grabbed her and stuff. So like, yeah, sometimes they want, the obstacles are almost natural, because a lot of lame cats come up to them and they're used to being stopped by lame discussion. Me personally, though, I don't have a lot of time, so I ain't with the fuckery, as some people would say. So if I ask you your name, you don't give it. Well, you don't know how to follow instructions. You heard me just ask for your name, so we ain't vibing already.
We ain't vibing already.
Like, it's a simple question. You can't answer a simple one.
Yeah, we're done.
Because I got some other stuff that's gonna be outlandish I need to tell you.
Right.
So we're done. But other people, other things. So but you got to take it all in, man. There's nuances to the game, because there's nuances to people's personalities, and everybody's different.
Exactly. So, and let me just say this real quick. Go ahead. You got the floor, fam. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank y'all so much, and I really appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for the call. Have a good weekend. Be safe. All right.
How we with calls, man?
Yeah, we good on calls. Go ahead.
Let's get to this. So Zay says, do you test if women are truly attracted to you by seeing if she follows directions, or is there more to it? Zay, you listen to us all the time, bro. Why are you asking this elementary ass question? You listen to us all the time. All the time.
Okay.
Why are you asking this?
Miles, do you really care if she attracted to you, or does she follow instructions?
You know what? Her following instructions makes me attracted to her. So it's really
like,
we got 502. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show with K Zag, J Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. What's up?
What's going on? Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Phoenix. I'm 41, Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, that's what's up, man. What's your question?
Yeah, I just had a question regarding what y'all said it several times, like when you talk to a woman, where do you want to take her? Right. But my question is, so when you take sex and dick off the table, like, you quit trying to be thirsty and going after women just for the fuck, where else is there to take her?
Okay, caller, brother.
Can you ask that again real quick? Because you kind of lost me real quick. When you take what?
When
ask
you
the question again.
Sex and dick off the table, as far as like meeting women and trying to fuck them and, being thirsty and just, like, hey, I'm trying to get some. When you take that off the table, what other places is there to take the woman? Meaning kind of like, what's the reason for even walking up and introducing yourself to even talk to a woman?
Oh, my brother. Okay, here's the thing. I want all you guys to listen. If you are a single man and you're not interested in being in a long-term relationship at the moment, and all you're really interested in is having fun with women, okay, whatever that entails. When you hear people say take dick off the table, all that really means is you're not fucking every woman you want to fuck just because she's gonna let you, right? At the end of the day, and we just got done talking about it, is the woman conducting herself in a way that's suitable for you? right? Does she know how to listen? Does she know how to follow simple directions, right? So there's nothing wrong with, as a man, men, there's nothing wrong with you wanting sex. That's not the problem. Okay, the issue comes in when you're willing to compromise yourself for it. Okay, when you're willing to jump through hoops for it, and you're willing to do stupid shit to try and prove to the woman that you're worthy of having sex with her. That's the issue. So guys who quote unquote leave dick on the table, they will still deal with women that are disrespectful. They will still deal with women. A real quick example, caller, is if I'm talking to a young lady and I tell her, hey, look, I'm short on time. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to give you my phone number. I want you to give me a call tomorrow. And she says, oh, I don't take a man's number. Okay. Already I'm done talking to her. Right. So what most guys would do is, okay, well, can I have your number? Right. And then they'll try to basically say, okay, she doesn't want to do what I'm instructing her to do. So maybe the best way to get at her is to kind of let her dictate to me how we can communicate. Because I'm the type of person, I don't let women control communication. Meaning, if I attempt to give you my number and you don't want to take it, I'm done talking to you. Like, so even for guys, as an example, that would ask for a woman's number, the woman will say, well, I don't give my number to men, right? Here's my Instagram. Most guys will take the Instagram. Okay, what I would say is, I'm not trying to be your fan. Okay, I'm trying to be your lover, not your fan, right? So I'm not gonna let you dictate communication, because what's gonna happen is if I let you dictate that, you're going to seek to dictate other things later. So automatically, I'm not even interested in fucking you no more on the strength of that. So my dick is off the table simply because you don't know how to follow directions. So already we're not compatible. And compatibility literally means existing in harmony without conflict. If I'm talking to a woman and she's making things a challenge, already our interaction is not harmonious. What the fuck I want to talk to her after that for? Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna there's a few things I kind of want to unpack, because you said being thirsty. So if a guy is looking for sex, he's being thirsty. So are you saying that?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay. Okay.
That was just an example. Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is, no matter if you're looking for a relationship or not. Now, when you say take dick off the table and you're meeting women, what are you meeting the women for? Because men always got a plan or always working towards something.
Right.
So what are you meeting women for if you're taking dick off the table?
Well, usually that's usually like, say, I meet a woman, I'm attracted to her. So ultimately I would want the sex, but I was trying to, work on myself as far as that not always being my end goal. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta fuck, I gotta do that.
Okay,
so then now, like you just said, now when I go out, I go, well, then why am I interacting with these women if I'm not ultimately trying to fuck? Then what am I doing?
Okay, so then you got to question yourself then on what you really want. See, my thing is, when men have a purpose of what they want, they work toward that. So if you're going out and you say, okay, I want to meet a nice lady because I want a relationship, I want somebody I want to be with and things like that, that means that when you go out, that might be on your mind, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with still dick being on the table. You make it seem like if there's dick on the table, you cannot focus on a relationship, because there's more to relationships than this dick on the table. It's like almost all of a sudden, if you take that off the table, you'll find some beautiful girl and they want to be in a relationship, and things will happen, because you're going to judge more than just your interaction sexually on a woman that you really want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
So the lust factor. So you can work on both. You can still work on leaving the dick off the table as far as having.
What I'm saying is, you're falling into the trap of judging a woman just because she's have sex with not being a woman that's good enough to be in a relationship. And that's why dudes take dick off the table, because they don't. Well, if I take the dick off the table, then I'll find a better realm of women, because these women aren't going to want dick. They can just chill. But if I put dick on the table, then all I'm doing is offering them sex. They're going to get the sex, and they're not going to be worthy of the relationship.
No, I was more so doing it for, I guess, as you put, like the dick rationing. not for myself, to not just because I can fuck a woman, not to be doing it.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
say
choose
this.
one I can
I'm gonna
fuck.
say this and pass it on to my bros here. Is that your process of vetting a woman is more than just dick. You're going to vet her for a long time about her qualities and things like that. You don't have to take dick off the table to vet a woman.
Let me say this. Okay, let me say this. Okay, because I want you to understand something. If you're quote unquote taking dick off the table, do it because that's just the way you move. Don't do it thinking that women are going to think a certain way about you. Well, I want her to think I'm not like all the other guys that just want sex. So I'm going to take dick off the table and not even make that a thing because I want her to have this perception of me versus this other perception, right? You're being disingenuous with that act, right? So if you're the type of guy where you got multiple women, you got options, and you meet this young lady and you're like, man, I'm not really pressed to hit it, right? You know, I can wait. No, let me see what shorty is about. Just make sure that whatever you do is on your timeline. Like an example, I'll use Miles and Lucario as an example, right? They talk all the time about how, specifically when they meet women online, how they will offer, a date, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll meet up with the chick and they'll have a drink, right? And they'll make sure that the chick, and I don't want to speak for you, Miles, so correct me if I'm wrong, and they'll just make sure that the chick is straight, you know what I'm saying? She actually conducting herself in a way that's worthy of the dick. And then they'll set up a second date that actually involves sex, the giving of the dick, right? So even with that, they're still doing shit on their timeline. So let's say the woman, I don't want to speak for Miles. Miles, can you speak about a time where you told a chick exactly that on the first date, that that the next time y'all meet, it's gonna be some fucking, and maybe a chick said the opposite of that? Can you speak on that?
I mean, yeah, that happens. That happens. They're not, they claim they're not ready. And then, then they just get the speech like, all right, well, you got my number. Whenever you're ready for that, then we can have the second date. But I mean, it's always real simple on my end. It's always real simple. I just let them know that this is what we're going to be doing by the second date. We probably we could meet up for another round of drinks. But then after that, we headed back to my place and we're going to get it popping. You see what I'm saying? And usually they either say yay or nay, right? They either say that sound good or they be like, I don't know about that and this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, when you know for sure, you have my information, then we can set it up.
See,
Yeah,
let me.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like you gotta, if you can't stay focused when there's sex involved, then that's a you thing that you need to work on you about.
This is what I would say about thirsty behavior. The thirst doesn't come from you letting a woman know that you want to fuck. The thirst comes when she says, no, I don't want to do that. I would prefer that you do this first. And then you acquiesce to her.
Right.
That's being thirsty. Because you're saying, I want to fuck you so bad, I'll do anything you want me to do. I'll take you out on dates if you want me to. I'll talk to you on the phone endlessly about a bunch of bullshit I don't give a fuck about to fuck you. I'll acquiesce. I'll compromise my dignity for some pussy.
Right.
Those are the thirsty guys. A man who is like, I'm indifferent. Like, we ain't got to fuck. I mean, if you're not interested, that's cool. I ain't tripping. But if you change your mind, you have my number. That's the opposite of thirsty. That's a guy who's like, I don't give a fuck if we fuck or not. It's not that serious to me. But what I will not do is jump through hoops for your pussy. That's not going to happen.
I'll be honest with you. There's not one person that I've been in a serious relationship that we didn't bone on the first date.
That's what I'm saying. I'm fucking quick.
Not one person. And what I will tell you is that because I'm seeing stuff that you're not saying. And it's that it sounds like you're at a point where you want to get serious and really have a relationship. And you don't want to start off just having sex with them, but your outlook of just having sex with them is you. It has nothing to do with them. It's you. So you're taking it off the table really don't mean anything because it's still your outlook.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to the caller about. I'm trying to understand what's your reason, quote unquote, taking dick off the table. I'm not understanding your purpose and what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, to increase the value of myself.
What?
It wasn't. It's
Wait,
not
whoa. To increase the value of yourself based on who? Based on in whose eyes?
for me.
Okay, so
because I don't.
wait, hold on.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that you wanting sex makes you less valuable?
No.
So what are you doing?
I didn't understand.
What are you doing? Please explain it to me.
Well, I was saying because, you know, when we use the terms, well, hold on, let me start. When I said the terms dick off the table, for one, I didn't understand. I didn't have an understanding until now, until y'all just explained it, of what it really meant. So
okay,
my
so
thing
another
was,
wait, hold on. I just want to point out another case of motherfuckers using words that they don't even know what the fuck it really means. Okay, so you running around dating with stuff in your mind that you don't know what is what you don't know what you don't know. Okay, now I need you to explain what you're trying to accomplish with all of this stuff that you're trying to figure out. What are you trying to accomplish? What is your focus?
My focus ultimately is to increase the value in myself for me, to not go out and be like, all right, just because I see a woman I could fuck, and just be like, okay, well, I can give her some dick, so I'm gonna give her some dick. So instead of me doing
all right,
that.
hold on.
Okay.
Give me what you keep saying, the increase the value of me. What constitutes an increase in value?
If everybody can't get to me. If everybody can't have it, if everybody can't have what I got.
What is that? What do you got?
I got, well, access to me as a man, me as a person.
Caller, what makes you valuable? Listen, my brother. What makes you a commodity? What makes you a commodity? Just withholding dick doesn't make you a commodity, specifically if no woman wants it. So what makes you a commodity?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I live a dope life. I go out all the time. I go to restaurants. I write reviews. Women, when they come out with me, they say that how they enjoy my time, the time we spend together.
I know his issue. Let
me say this. I'll pass it to you, Jay. Let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
A woman enjoying your time doesn't mean shit. Do you know how many free dinners and lunches bitches had and they ain't see the nigga after that? Don't get caught up in women saying they enjoy your time. Because let me tell you this. I need to be clear. If a woman isn't dealing with you strictly on your terms, none of what she says means anything.
I agree. But here's what I'm telling you where I got the confusion from. See, I thought that, you know, if you know, I was kind of like, well, then, okay, if we go out and we talk to women, if we're not trying to fuck, then what are we trying to do? But now what you all have let me know, what you just cleared up as, you're not talking to any women that doesn't ultimately lead to sex. You're not trying to go out. It's not your reason why you're going out. Like, you're like, I'm not going out here looking for sex, but you're not going to give a woman any of your time or any of your masculine energy if she's never going to have sexual relationships with you, whether it could be on the first night or whenever from your own program. You're not going to give a woman that time because you will not introduce yourself to a woman who ain't gonna fuck you.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right in some of that. But the thing is, for me, you're hiding the real issue, and the real issue is when you give sex or you have sex with somebody, you give them too much. You give them way more than just sex. So that's why you're talking about taking it off the table. And then we say, well, what does that mean to you? And you're talking about, oh, I live a dope lifestyle and I do reviews and stuff. So if a girl is just fucking you, she basically got all access to all that.
Yeah, technically, yeah, because she would be able to. Yeah, I mean, I don't go out to eat other than I'm already out eating anyway because I write the reviews. But yeah,
so you taking her out to eat, you're doing all this dope stuff with her, giving her the boyfriend girlfriend vibe, but at the same time you're just fucking her. So you don't have no distinction between you just having sex with somebody and somebody that you want to build a relationship or nothing with. You're just giving them all from the very beginning.
So even though I'm getting sex from both of them, I'm them both boyfriend energy, and the other one I'm not even trying to be their boyfriend, but they're getting that boyfriend part of me because they're able to tag along with that.
Right. And that's like you're giving them all that. You don't have no distinction between yourself. You're giving them all that, and then on top of that, that's why you say, "Well, I got to take the sex off the table." This is like sex is the gateway to you.
The gateway to you should be compliance and submission.
Man, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about, man.
I'm gonna call you Mr. Red Carpet because you run out red carpets for these hoes, dog.
This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. You know what you sound like? You sound like a bitch that fucked too many Pookies and Ray Rays. Now you celibate. That's what you sound like, nigga. That's what the fuck you sound like, because you don't know how to mitigate. You don't know how to mitigate shit and give bitches the minimum. Let me tell you something. And again, dudes, y'all don't know your fucking value. You don't know your value. That's why you're over here trying to increase your value. Why? Because you're looking at yourself as low value. You understand? The reason why you want to fuck a chick sooner than later is because you need to know that she's willing to fucking comply with the simplest activity that y'all could do that don't cost nothing. That's the reason why. Now, from there, if she's compliant and compatible, then we build on that. So now I could start giving her tasks and things to do. And if she knows she enjoys my dick, then that'll give her motivation to fucking follow my instruction. That don't have nothing to do with my value as a man. Because as we continue to vet her, she will uncover and discover more of the valuable things about me. But she gotta be able to comply with the dick first.
Once earned.
She
gotta earn shit, bro.
Yeah. So let me say this, and all you men, this is what y'all need to do, because women got it fucked up, and not all women, some women, because women, a lot of women who say, "Oh, I'm celibate" or "I'm practicing abstinence," the reason why they're doing that is because they feel like the most valuable part of them is the sex, the pussy. So they're trying to make guys earn that by proving to them that they can deal with the women non-sexually, when the most valuable side of you is really that side. It's the non-sexual side of you. It's that part of you, right?
So for Anita Baker from the jump.
So for me, the most valuable, like Miles is saying, the most valuable side of me. Don't get me wrong, I got some valuable dick. This is platinum. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, that's not the most valuable part of me. So like women treat sex, you know what I'm saying, with abstinence, y'all need to be treating y'all non-sexual time and attention like that. Like, chick, you just can't have access just to kick it with me and chill with me and be around me and share a meal with me just because we fucking. No, you got to put in work to have my attention like that.
Caller, are you on the Bad Boy membership?
No, I'm on Steve's membership.
You're on Steve's membership. All right. Well, if you ever decide to get on the Bad Boy membership, there's a video called that talks about the vetting process, and it tells you everything you need to know as far as why a chick needs to comply with the dick first. She needs to comply, and she needs to be compatible. Because let me tell y'all something. If you and a woman are not compatible sexually, nothing else really matters.
Facts.
Nothing else really matters, bro. Because like I said, this sex is free and it's simple and it's given to us by God and nature. So that has to be something. That's the thing that we can do together that don't cost no money. It's just our bodies that's God given, and we could do that together. And if we're compatible, meaning the fit is right, it feels good, the body chemistry, the way we come together, our attraction, our lust, and all those things make sense, then we can build from there. Okay, that's what it's really about. So just because wanting to have sex is not even about value. It's not even about value. It's asking, does it even make sense for me to fucking talk to you? That's what it's really asking. Does it even continue on to this situation? Because if she don't look at you as an attractive man and you don't look at her as an attractive woman, it really don't make no fucking sense. Because listen, I could all the shit that I could pay a bitch to clean my house. You understand? I could pay a bitch to help me with my taxes. I could pay a bitch to help me with my business, right? But I got to be attracted to the woman that I'm going to give those responsibilities to help me build a life. And why? Because when she helps me with those things, it's going to enhance my journey. And then she could be a part of that journey because she is helping to enhance that journey. But we got to know that we attracted first.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
You out there being Anita Baker, huh? just giving her the best that you got. It doesn't matter what
Giving you the best that I got.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, caller.
I ain't gonna lie, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Like, I'm not doing it for them. I'm already doing it so they get the company. But yeah, you're right. I need to back that on off and just give them the basics of the basics. Because like
have you ever
before, like Lucario said, like, you know, sometimes you just bring a chick in and you bend her over the couch or whatever you fucking. But then the rest of us, we want to go in there and wear it out, you know, fucking for a couple hours when we first fucking stuff. And I'm one of them. And I'm doing.
So you never half stroked on purpose.
You know, like, you still got to work up to it.
You never half stroked on purpose, huh?
No. I go in there to perform.
How old are you? How old are you again?
41.
I'm 41.
He's 41.
You ain't half stroked on purpose, man. Are you serious?
At age 41, you still looking for validation on your dick from a bitch. That's ridiculous, my nigga. That is fucking ridiculous. At this point of the game, I don't even. You one of them niggas that still ask a bitch if she came, right?
You better not be doing that.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He does. He does.
I don't.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You be wanting to ask.
No, but I said,
you be wanting to ask. I know you be wanting to ask, don't you?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't say nothing. I don't get no complaints or nothing.
Hey, for everybody that don't know, when you have stroke,
and nobody ever complains or nothing. I mean, they come back.
So that's what I'm saying. So why are you worried about your value and thinking that taking dick off the table is gonna increase your value, bruh? Like, who you trying to look valuable for? If you don't know your own value, that's what you not knowing and understanding your value is what makes you what makes you low value. Do you understand? Because you have to know who you are. It's not about all that other shit you was talking about. It's about you knowing who the fuck you are. And then from there, she has to earn the spot in your life. Look, let me tell you something. A lot of times, because we all do shit in different at a different pace. You understand? You 41 years old, and you probably think that, well, maybe because, you know, these chicks is acting a certain way and I haven't really found a chick to really like lock in with me. Maybe my value ain't high enough. So let me take dick off the table. Bro, you gotta trust in yourself, bro. You gotta believe in yourself. You are a man. You are the closest thing to God. Just because you haven't found a bitch to recognize your value don't mean it's not there. Because and let me tell you the reason why you haven't found a bitch to recognize your value, because you don't know it's there. Deep down and truthfully, you don't fucking know it's there. That's why you still trying to do shit to raise your value, because you don't know it's there. You don't carry yourself like the type of man that is valuable. So these women come around you and they can sense it. And so they don't stick around because they see that you at age 41 still trying to perform for these hoes.
Have you ever gave good dick to thank him?
Huh?
Have you ever gave a girl good dick to thank her?
To thank her?
Yeah. Yeah. She did a good job, so you give her the platinum. You lay it down.
I mean, I don't understand the question.
I know you don't, and that's the reason why I'm saying it. It's because not to say that you don't understand it, but it's to that level. Like, you don't have to pipe down every one. You half stroke them. You say hello. You let them know that, okay, there is more, but you got to give way more than just this to really get my attention. Pussy don't mean nothing.
I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, and you are right now, and that's what the gentleman. I really appreciate that, because you all are hitting the nail on the head. Because I do that. I'm like, man, I give too much too soon.
Too much too soon. Like, and then if you ain't ever thanked one where you say, "Hey, come in, let me really thank you for what you've been doing," and they know the difference between what you just laid down, then you've been given too much. You've been given too much. And I tend to think, who has not seen your value to make you not see your value too, though? Because if you're always looking for validations from these women, one of these women has disvalued you. You've noticed it, which changed you thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. And you're thinking it's the sex, but it's all that fucking attention you're giving them and shit.
Well, it's really, I mean, to be all real with you, wasn't really like on the disvalue what I noticed before y'all, and this is, before I was trying to learn the game, because I've been listening to y'all about a year and a half. What I was noticing, I was getting a lot of sex, but that's all I was getting. I wasn't getting the other stuff that you all talk about, like gifts and back massages and those things. I wasn't getting those.
I got you. You know why? You know why? You know why? Because if you're dealing with women and you're fucking them and you're taking them out to eat and all they're doing is fucking you, they haven't done anything to earn anything else. Here's the thing. Have you ever heard the term fair exchange is no robbery? You ever heard that?
No, I never heard that.
Okay. So if
I understand it.
So if the chick is giving me some pussy, I'm giving her a dick. We're even. We good. I don't owe her nothing else. She don't owe me nothing else. But here's the thing, though. If that woman wants access to you beyond just fucking you, she got to show you. She got to show you value. The problem is women don't see no value in you, and thus they're not bringing no value to you. But you're not. The problem is you are trying to extend yourself, believing that women are going to reciprocate what you are extending. Does that make sense?
You're exactly right, Zach. You're exactly. And then I'd be sitting there like, man, I've been kicking it with this chick 6 months, and she ain't even cooked me a meal. And then I'd be real quick to get rid of her because I'm like, what the fuck is this?
She ain't got to. Let me ask you a question. When you very first meet women, how much time are you spending with these women, like in a 7-day stretch? How much time are you spending with these new women?
Depending on, say before y'all, and I had a different schedule. Say I was 9 to 5. If I was open to see them 4 days a week, I would see them 4 days a week.
See, that right there, you give women so much. They don't have to do. They're looking at you like you're easy. Okay, you're like the male version of a hoe. You're easy, right? Because all they got to do is fucking stuck you, and then you roll out the red carpet and you give them access to all this other shit. They don't got to do nothing.
How quickly do you spend the night?
Yeah.
Oh, Miles, I know you're gonna hate this.
Just say the answer to the question.
I'll fucking let them spend the night. I keep it real. I keep it 1,000 with you. I would fucking let them stay the night.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, you're done. You're done. You don't.
And I bet you giving them head more than they giving you head.
Mm-hmm.
No. I ain't licking the box. No.
Okay, all right. At least you got a little bit of sense.
At least you got.
Yeah, at least I got a little bit of sense. Let me ask you a question.
And for the record, I do not raw dog none of them either. I always wear my condoms.
There's some sense. There's hope for you. There's hope for you.
Yeah, you just gotta tweak. You gotta tweak your program
for you. But
I'm not all the way. I'm not all the way gay, Goofy. That's why I listen to y'all. I call in for you know. What I'm saying I really appreciate it, but y'all really are hitting the nail on the head with that. I just don't know how to ration out myself or be like, hey, look, you gotta earn this much.
You won't call it rationing out when you really get to your. You won't call it rationing out. You won't use words like that. It would just be you, right? Because you would demand certain things from them. That's just naturally you, right? So you got to get to a point where you value yourself so much where you give them a little bit, but for access for more, it would be so much where you're like, nah, I can't do that. You wouldn't use the word ration out. You would just say, it's just my program. This is what I do.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you how much do you get caught up on women giving you compliments? How much does that mean to you? Do it make you feel good when women compliment you?
Nah, I get that all the time, so I don't really feel any certain type of way about it.
You sure? So when a woman tells you, "Man, I've had so much fun," you just said that earlier. When a woman says that she's having fun with you, that means something to you.
Yeah. If they go, if she says, but meaning something like where it's like, well, I'm getting all giddy inside. Nah, just like when she's like, I really enjoy having a good time with you and stuff. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so let me say this, and I said this before. A woman simply telling you, thank you, I appreciate it, I enjoy myself. That's not really a true form of appreciation. A true form of appreciation is her showing you how appreciative she is. That she has access to you, that she can spend time with you, her showing you. So earlier you was talking about women spending money on niggas and hashtag her debit card work too, hashtag if she paying, she's staying. Okay, when women get to the point where they're doing that, they know the value. They see the value in you and they realize just fucking you and them looking cute is not enough to get to you beyond just sex. So a lot of times when women spend money on niggas, particularly when they take niggas out to eat and they pay for it, that's their clever way of getting men to spend time with them non-sexually. Because they're saying, I can't just call them up and say, hey, can I just come chill with you? He probably gonna laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this man, he got options. He ain't, and I haven't done enough. And this is women who just understand. I haven't done enough to be worthy of just calling them up and just having him want to chill with me. So I know what I'll do. Earlier, he talked about how he liked Vietnamese food or Thai food. I'm gonna take him to this trendy Thai restaurant that I know about. And then you know, I'm still gonna fuck him because I'm sexually attracted to him. However, this is another way I can get to know him outside of sex, because I know just fucking him isn't, I'm not gonna get to know him if we just fucking, because he's not the type that's gonna let me spend the night. He's not a pillow talker. I can't just lay there in the nigga's arms and talk to him all fucking night. You know what I'm saying? And those are women who are peeping how you're moving. And you ain't got to tell women you ain't that type of dude. They can just see how you're moving, that, you know, you're not no tender dick nigga. You're not no sucker for love ass dude.
I see what you're saying. So let me ask you, Miles, on the vetting program, is there something that shows, like, okay, at the time limit, what to ration out or whatever? I know y'all say for a woman to be, it has to be like 12 to 18 months.
It goes through what you're supposed to do for the 12 to 18 month process. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I mean, I can go on there. I'll sign up for it just to see that then.
Yeah, you can do that. You could do that. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely, man.
You're there. You're just missing a little tidbit.
Man, I really appreciate y'all doing that, man. Letting me know on that, because that's exactly my problem. That's exactly what I do. I look around like Zag, you talking about a woman pulling out her debit card. I ain't never seen a woman debit card. Well, up until y'all. So say a year and a half ago, I had never seen a woman's debit card. They wasn't paying for shit for me.
Right.
Man,
I'm like,
there's so many first words.
I'm like, damn, does it?
There's a lot of first words women heard from me. It was asking what's for dinner. I used to go, hey, what's for dinner? Before I even know their name. Just, hey, what's for dinner? And they look like, what? Like, you cook anything? You know how to cook?
Yeah.
And they kind of look. You got to start putting stuff out there that says it's going to be more than just you looking cute and more than you just giving me that thing to really be next to me.
Facts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sign up for. Yeah. I'm excited to do it, man. I appreciate y'all giving me a direction on that.
All right, brother. Hey, we appreciate the call, man. You be safe.
Before you let him go, let me say this. Caller, you still there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, let me say this. Just because a woman offers to pay for something, you can still decline and say, baby girl, don't even worry about it. But the thing is, at least a woman should be offering some shit. If you never get that, you fucking with the wrong chick.
I differ than Zach. Let them pay. let them express themselves to me.
No, I'm with letting them pay. I ain't got no problem with it. But I know some guys are like, man, I don't want a woman spending money. I got it. So what I'm saying is there are some guys that are that way. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, if you want to pay for shit, cool. But if the woman ain't even offering, you fucking with the wrong chick. Now, if a woman offer, she gonna pay. She gonna be swiping up with a fucking debit card.
So some women do that fake offer, right? They don't really think you're gonna,
whether she pays or not.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely get on that the betting and at least get on there and see that and stuff. I appreciate that though.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. You have a good weekend. Appreciate you. All right, peace.
All right, y'all too.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna cut these lines because we on OT.
Hey Zach, I used to, if I paid for a meal and I didn't see them reach to get tip, that'd be the last time we ever go out.
I'm just look, and here's the thing, and I'm glad you said that, Jay Roman. This is what I want guys to understand. You are the architect, you are the screenwriter, you are the producer, you are the director, right? You are the set director for your dating life. However you want your dating life to go. Shout out to Steve the Dean in the motherfucking building. Yes, get them likes up. However you want your dating life to be, the type of interactions you desire with women, you are the sole controller of that, right? You have the ability to influence certain situations where you're getting exactly what you desire. You just have to have enough confidence and self-assurance as a man to actually come at women and make them understand that I'm only going to deal with you on my terms. That's it. And if they ain't down to fuck with you, how you willing to move, then they can move on to the next dude. Okay, no harm, no foul. But a lot of you guys, you're so worried about not getting sex, or you're so worried about not getting the companionship or the affection you desire from women that you play yourself. You'll be like, you know what, man, I tried to do what those guys say on YouTube. I tried to do what the Real Game No Theory podcast say. I tried to do what Jay Roman and Miles say, but man, I can feel it, man. The pussy's almost there for me. All I got to do is just do this one thing she wants me to do, and you never get to the point where you actually have the type of dating experience you truly desire, because you don't know how to set it up for yourself. There are women out there who will fuck with you on your terms only. Now, here's the key though. There are going to be women who would have fucked with you on their terms, but so now automatically there's going to be less women to choose from in your dating pool, and that's okay. Be okay with that. Look, if someone told me, say, Zach, you can fuck 20 new chicks a week, but 15 of them you're gonna have to placate to them, you're gonna have to acquiesce to them, you're gonna jump through hoops, but the other 5, bro, they down to fuck with you on your terms only. Fuck them other 15. I'm gonna deal with the 5. A lot of guys aren't willing to do that, and that's the problem. Y'all got it.
X.
It can go down to 1. I'd rather deal with the 1.
And that's some real shit too. So we got a question here. So Dave from the Bama says, I guess
he was the caller that was on.
Oh yeah. He said, I was asking if she was really, really feeling you. Is it better to not give it to her versus she wants your non-sexual time? Okay, gentlemen. Okay. If you're the type of guy you like to tease women, you like to have them fiending for the dick, and that's how you like to do it because that's how you like to do it, then do it that way. If that's what you like to do. But the problem is when you start implementing these different things, you got to ask yourself, is it for you or is it for the chick? Because if it's for you, because that's just the way you move, then that's just how you do shit. That's part of your structure, part of your program. But once you start getting into all these different tactics and things, hey, now you're going down the slippery slope of manipulation. Y'all got it though.
I guess I asked wrong. If she's really feeling you, is it better to not give her what she wants?
I don't play games. Sex means nothing. So the non-sexual time, my time is more valuable than giving her some dick.
Facts.
So and her listening to me is more valuable than that. So my thing is, if she really likes me, she'll be listening to me and doing the things I want her to do.
Yeah.
And that to me would be more valuable if we are compatible in those ways.
Yeah.
I'm not a game person, so I'm not going to do something just this is going to be the standard or my program. So it's not going to be something that's, any different for her or anybody else.
Right.
So, but I don't.
Well, this is what
I kind of don't really understand why are you leveraging? These are two different things. Why are you leveraging anything? If she don't listen to you, she don't get to the non-sexual time.
Exactly.
So this is what I would say to kind of simplify it, right? If a woman shows the capacity to be compliant initially, that'll get her some dick. If she shows the capacity to be compliant consistently over an extended period of time, that will get her more. It's really that simple.
I think a lot of guys got to be careful because a lot of guys are with women that they were sexually compatible to, instead of them listening and non-sexually compatible to. And that's just because they kept having sex and it was like, oh, she's cool. Yeah, you're cool. And then they accidentally get into this relationship without vetting them past
it ain't accidental.
That non-sexual time. Yeah, so, I mean, they make that choice, but my thing is, if you ain't liking her, she shouldn't get either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why even? If she really likes you, and who cares if she really like you? Do you like her? Or are you? If you don't like her, I ain't giving you none. You ain't getting no sex and no sexual time.
And that's it right there, Jay Roman. Do I like her? Do I actually enjoy her company? Right? And here's the thing. If I'm sitting in the crib and I say to myself, damn, I miss Shorty. you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, if her and I can kick it together. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Let me call up and see what she's doing.
Oh, you be missing them, Zach? You miss them?
No, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, stop it. Anyway, but what I'm saying is,
you miss Shorty. I miss Shorty.
So if I'm sitting in the crib and I'm thinking about Shorty and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind having her company right now. Let me call her up. Right? But that comes me actually liking her as a person and her and I actually having compatibility outside of the bedroom. And I think for a lot of women that try and withhold sex and all that other shit, they forget that component. Are you actually a likable female where dudes actually want to spend time with you? Because I think some women, they get it twisted because guys, they play that role that they want to spend time with the woman just so they can eventually get to the pussy. So they're doing what they think they got to do in the interim to get to the sex. Okay, me, I'm not playing no role with you. If I don't like you like that and I haven't ascertained that you're even worthy of my time, you're not going to get my time where we just kicking in, we just hanging out. No. Okay, and if we ain't fucking, you definitely ain't going to get my time.
I thought that was one of the most craziest and laughable books I've ever seen when it instructed these women to wait, because it's like you just delaying the inevitable. Just 90 days off because a dude is going to be like, oh, okay, all right, you want to wait that? All right, cool. I'm still going to do, it's still going to be the inevitable. It's not going to make me.
Bro. You know what? Let me see if I can find it while you're bro, there's a video clip of just that happening. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that shit. There's a video clip of a guy saying that shit. Let me see if I can find that shit real quick before we bounce. If y'all got quick, let me get out of that. To prove your point, dog. Please, do I have it still? Man, I better have this shit. God damn it, I better have this shit.
You know a reason I kind of like that whole question predicates into like you don't have a choice on the matter. Like if you're not feeling old girl, then neither of it should be any factor. And I think guys need to start understanding that if you fall into the trap of like what the whole show was about, where Zag in the very beginning with, you know, falling into that trap of believing that they're the gatekeepers, then you'll ask questions like, oh, should she get this or that? You know, should I appease this or that? Nah. Stop begging. Stop begging. If you find yourself begging, then you know you're on the wrong side.
No, there's a video clip, I believe it's on YouTube or Facebook, where a guy is saying just that. He's saying that if a woman makes them wait, that he'll play the role and wait, and then as soon as he get the pussy, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, or whatever it is, that they're gonna dip anyway. If they're a fuck boy, they'll play that role as long as it needs to take. In fact, a lot of guys who do that goofy shit, they're gonna be even more mad that they had to wait that long. So now, you know, and they're really gonna be cruel about dipping on you. So a lot of women have been fed this false belief: if I make a nigga wait, and then if he can stay there in position and do all the shit I want him to do for me non-sexually, and then by virtue of that, he'll show me that he's worthy of the sex. No, it's not gonna matter, because in J. Roman, you said it earlier. All the women you've dealt with, that you've been in a relationship with, you fuck right away. Same with me. Every woman that I got in a relationship with or I was married to, they all started off as fuck buddies. These are chicks I fuck right away. So it has nothing to do with how soon the sex happens. It has everything to do with, are you a likable motherfucker?
Exactly.
Are we compatible? That's it.
Exactly.
Yep. Compatibility. I keep telling them. They don't want to listen.
All right, so on that note, man, that's it, man. Yo, y'all got something y'all want to plug before we get the fuck up out this bitch?
Yeah, guys, get the soap, man. Get the soap. All right. And Lucario's going live, I think around 5 or 4:30, 5 o'clock this afternoon, YouTube Live, Lucario's channel. And then we got the Real Game No Theory show, 12 noon tomorrow, Sunday, 12 noon. And this is all Eastern time. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, have a great weekend. Shout out to J. Roman. Shout out to K-Zag. Shout out to all the moderators and all the callers. Yes, sir.
That's right. Go ahead, Jay Roman. You got it.
No, I'm gonna say shout out to Renee P. I know she dipped out earlier, but she always keeps it on point.
Yep.
And I just want to say that, and then check the show tomorrow. Real Game, No Theory. One of the livest and funniest shows that you'll ever get a chance to learn from. And that's about it, man. Exact, like always, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Zach.
Let me say this. Oh, no problem, fellas. Let me say this real quick. For those of you who are staying to the very end, at the very end of this, there's going to be a link to Lucario's show. It's a little feature on YouTube that I'll put in there. I want to see if it works. There should be a link to Lucario's live joint. So, boom, you can go straight to that shit. All right, man. Look, like the motherfucking joint on the way out. Subscribe to each of these men's YouTube channel. Hit up Miles for masculineidentity.com. Masculineidentity.com. Hit up Jay Roman. You know what I'm saying? Are you doing consultations, Jay?
Yeah, through right now, just through email. Like, so if you hit my email, ask me a question, I'll respond back. Sometimes I get my number out. You know, people can talk to me. But I'm really I'm cut and dry. I don't have a lot of fluff in my conversation. I don't have a lot of time. So when we talk, it's really cut and dry, and that's just who I am. So for more of the sensitive, non-thick skinned people, you might not want to contact me, because I'm gonna just let you know how it is, and then we're gonna get off the phone.
There we go.
That's about it for right now for me.
On that note, appreciate y'all coming through. All the moderators, people in the chat, the females that came through, the women that came through, appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.